This is Snake. Can you hear me? Good. The mission is simple. Put your geek pants on and infiltrate Foxhound. If you need backup, contact Ken and Chris on their codec frequency. Ready? Snake out.
Let's go, Geek Pants!
Good day, everybody.
Totally cut you off too. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize you were already primed. I saw it right in the corner where it's just like,
The mug goes down.
just wait till he's
doing his thing.
Stops fucking doing it.
That was good though. I like the
enthusiasm.
The passion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're wrestling fans and we're nothing if we're not passionate.
Right.
Oh man.
Well, we're passionate anyways. There's some crazy
There are some crazy
SOBs out there. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Yes, we're going to do a wrestling rant. Yes, because some things have happened.
Chris is going to lead it. I'm going to hop in.
I wasn't really going to do a wrestling rant.
Yeah.
Until Friday. That just
How do you not do a wrestling rant? We haven't done a Camcast since before Royal Rumble. So what's happened since then? Oh, everything.
Yeah, like a bajillion things. We found out some disgusting, horrifying things about the owner and the people around him.
Yep.
Which I'm not going to talk about here.
No.
At this point, we might subtly touch upon it here and there, but I'm not going to actually talk about it as of... I don't know if I'm ever going to really talk about it.
All you need to know is we pretty much agree with everyone saying it's disgusting.
It's the most horrifying, monstrous thing I've heard. And the worst part is that it's from the same dude that made a lot of happy memories for me and this guy as well.
Yep.
It would be like finding out Stan Lee was a child rapist. It'd be on that level where you're just like, are you kidding me?
I honestly worry about that sometimes, because like I idolize that guy. So
yeah,
10 years from now, something comes out. Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Like,
I know he was Jewish, but he was anti-Semitic.
Oh.
But yeah, no, like it would just be one of those where you're like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
I don't want to have an existential crisis with every single thing that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so that happened. What else happened? Cody Rhodes won the Rumble.
Cody Rhodes won the Rumble.
For the first time in like 28 years, did a superstar back-to-back win Royal Rumble.
That's crazy.
The last time it was done by Austin.
Yeah.
In 98.
Yeah, 98. And then before that, Shawn Michaels and Hogan. And that's it. There's 4 people now.
It was Hogan,
total.
It was Shawn Michaels, and then it was Austin, and now it's Cody Rhodes. So after the Rumble, we're like, there's no fucking way that he is not wrestling Roman Reigns.
Especially the way it ends with him pointing at Roman saying, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. He didn't just point at the sign.
Oh, he pointed at it.
He pointed at the sign.
And then
he pointed at it.
Roman.
So now,
yeah,
I'm happy. All's right with the world.
Yep.
Then on Monday Night Raw, Seth throws out a promo about how, you don't want to wrestle
As
Roman.
soon as he threw that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
You don't want to wrestle Roman. You don't want to wrestle for the Hollywood title. You want the workhorse title.
It was a great promo, though.
It was absolutely
great promo.
Well, to be fair, Rollins' promo on Raw was also, like this one that just passed, was also awesome.
Also great. But once again, Drew came out and just blew everyone away.
Yeah, just annihilated everyone.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was absolutely great. So we were doing that promo, and you were like, oh my God. And I was just like, you know what? I think this is just something to kind of tease the gap. Because at the time, we found out Punk was out of the Rumble. He was injured in the Rumble.
So
he's out.
He got injured his first televised match back.
Yeah, exactly. Which is terrible.
It's terrible.
I'm not happy about it.
No,
it sucks.
It really sucks.
I wasn't thrilled that they hired him back, but
things have been seeming good.
Money's money.
Good enough for...
And you can't argue the name.
Yeah.
You really can't argue the name, okay? Like, say what you will, but at some point, if he keeps doing the same things, then somebody will go, he's not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
But Up until now, they're saying, no, he's worth it. So whatever. Okay, fine. And who knows? When he comes back, maybe he'll finally get his WrestleMania moment, and then that'll be fine, and he can retire, and he can do the NXT thing, which he clearly wants to do.
Yep.
And if that makes him happy, great. I'm
all the power to him.
I want everyone to be happy. I really do.
Everybody.
For the most part.
Even you.
There's some people.
Our one viewer, we want you to be happy too.
Actually, I want all of our Geek Pantsers to be happy. Every single one of them.
All of them, but especially the one viewer.
All the happiness and the greatness in the world.
Oh, the viewer left. Fuck you, viewer.
All right, well, except
you be unhappy.
Except for that, dude. They checked in, heard wrestling, and it was like, oh, wait, no, fuck this shit.
Wait, I thought this was a Captain Marvel. I must have
They're going to check back in about an hour and a half. They're going to go watch Shazam.
Yep.
Actually, no, they'll probably watch Marvels, because that could do it. But anyway, okay, so we back up. So they cut that promo. Drew comes in, destroys everybody, shows everyone why he is fucking amazing.
Amazing.
What did I call him? Drew the Righteous?
Right. Yeah, Drew the Righteous.
Damn.
That's great.
He should be calling himself that.
Go with that. I love it. He's not a full heel. He's spitting truths.
He's just not handling it well.
Yes. But everything coming out of his mouth, I'm like, he's not wrong.
Well, it's kind of like Magneto.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of things that he's saying that are true, but he's also being a dick. He's the dick. He's
a dick.
He's not a good guy, but he's not a full-on like he's not like the Red Skull.
He's not evil, but he's a prick.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not exactly the greatest guy, but he's also not the worst, but he's also, he's doing great. I love this character.
Oh,
I'm loving it.
Great.
I'm loving it.
When they started to tease a possible heel turn, I was like, do it.
Just do it. And they did it so well. But anyway, okay. So now I'm telling Ken, I think this is just something until they find an opponent for Rollins, because they also had that Gunther promo as well, and it was like, see, like they're doing different things. They're trying to figure out who's got the most reaction with Rollins, right? And when they did that Cody thing, he was like, the crowd was like, no, don't fight Rollins, don't fight Rollins, at all.
No,
so we're like, okay, fine.
No.
So then SmackDown hits. And Cody comes out and he says something along the lines of, oh, I'm going to finish my story and I'm going to take that title from you, but not at WrestleMania because I've found somebody that wants you more, or something along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
Which is basically what he's saying. Is like, he clearly wants you more than
I talked to a council of people and there's someone that knows you really, really
well. Yeah.
Well, I got to give it to Roman, though, because not only was his promo beforehand amazing, where he was ripping in the Seth, fucking hilarious, but his facial expressions are probably the best.
He's so good.
They're probably the best in all WWE.
Just so good. I love it when he does that face. You're just like, are you kidding me?
I want him I kind of want him to wrap up in WWE because he would be a really fucking good actor.
Oh, well, that's
he's spot on.
That's the talk.
Already, he's a better actor than his cousin.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson?
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's 100%. Not really a good actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he plays Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. Sometimes he's happy Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Other times he might be depressed Dwayne Johnson.
He's like the action stars from the 80s where it was just, oh, this is a Van Damme movie. Oh, it's a Seagal movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Schwarzenegger movie.
Occasionally it's like, oh, this is, Tango and Cash? Okay, this is kind of a little bit more fun here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Kindergarten Cop? Not sure why, but this is actually kind of funny. You know what I mean? Or Stop Or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in so long. I'm afraid it won't be as good.
I don't think it would be.
I'm afraid.
I don't think it would be.
Afraid. But Stop Or My Mom Will Shoot was a favorite of mine as a kid.
Yeah, well, me too.
But anyway, okay. So yes, I agree. I think he's got a better career ahead of him.
Oh, fuck, man.
But we'll see what happens. And then The Rock comes out, and this is the only time I'm going to call him The Rock. From here on out, it's Dwayne Johnson. So Dwayne Johnson comes out, and he cuts a promo that says, I'm going to see you at WrestleMania. And this is after Cody meekishly smiles and goes, it's all yours, and slinks out of the...
Yeah,
and
they're nailing the freaking cinematography lately.
And here's my favorite part, though, is that once the crowd realized and got over the fact that The Rock showed up,
and what was happening,
then they started booing him.
Yeah.
And now, when they show the replays, they edit that part out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But how about Raw the next week? Holy shit.
Okay, now, hold on.
Was this 1996?
Hold on. Yeah, that's my favorite. But, hold on. Okay. So, Thursday or Friday night, the tweet goes out. Sorry, guys. You got tough skin, and, all the chills, all that whole Dwayne Johnson thing, passion, right? But then there's a house show that they go to.
Yeah.
Rock shows up at a house show. I gotta stop calling him The Rock. Dwayne Johnson shows up at a house show.
What?
And they booed the fuck out of him there. Mm-hmm. They booed him harder than they did on that Friday when they realized. No, wait, there has to be because it was talked about. I haven't. I want to. Yeah.
Okay.
But they booed him, and so now, and that was like Saturday. So Sunday is when they decided, okay, let's switch it. Now it's a work. Yeah. Now it's a work, and that's why on Raw you saw those carefully curated Cody signs.
Hashtag
that coincidentally 50 people all had the same font on, right? And the hashtags.
Yeah.
But I still think they're going with Dwayne Johnson versus Reigns at WrestleMania and Seth versus Cody.
You know what?
And here's the other
part. Hard to say. Tomorrow night we'll get the answer.
This is what I've been hearing. Yeah, a lot of the stuff, and it does not make Dwayne Johnson look great. They say things like, "Well, it wasn't malicious, and he wasn't trying to politic anybody." And I'm like, "Well, then why did he only tell 2 people?"
Yeah.
Why didn't only 3 people know? And why is it that this one of his signing bonuses to become on the board of TKO, WWE, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, was main event WrestleMania.
Was main event WrestleMania against Roman Reigns.
Dude, you would have got that regard. They've been trying to get you back for years.
Plus, he was lobbying to win. And you know what his argument was? His argument was that he was trying to save WrestleMania. I've done some homework here, okay?
Oh, no, I heard about that because it was after the Vince thing and then Brock getting canned and then CM Punk getting hurt. He's like, well, I got to come in and save
so now they weren't specifically, keep saying they weren't specifically doing this to take the heat off the Vince stuff. But if it did do that, well, then that's okay. That's fine. So it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he specifically states, well, Punk's injured. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Brock's out for obvious reasons.
Yep.
And if you don't know why it's obvious reasons, Google and then quickly stop.
Connected to the thing we talked about at the beginning.
It's very connected. Very connected. Anyway, okay.
Exactly.
So we got that.
Yep.
He's saying, well, I got to save WrestleMania. Okay. All right. So here's why I'm saying I did my homework. So the profit from WrestleMania 39 was $21.6 million. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of change for 2 nights.
It is.
That is the most profitable WrestleMania ever of all time as of right now. Okay?
Yep.
And they managed to do that without CM Punk.
Without Punk.
Okay? Without Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
And sure, Brock Lesnar was there, but let's face it, he was in a nothing match with Omos. I actually forgot he was on.
It was an opening match too, wasn't it?
It was an opening match.
He wanted to do it and get going.
Night 1.
Yeah, night 1.
He did it. He was gone, and I forgot about it because I was like, he wasn't even on. And then I Googled the match listing. I was like, oh, right. He wrestled Omos in that bullshit nothing match.
Yeah.
It did nothing for anyone.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Brock was untouchable.
Well, Omos disappeared after it.
But that's what I mean. Like,
until the Rumble.
Okay.
Okay.
So they did all of that without 2 of the key guys that was part of his defense.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So who's got a big fucking ego?
Mm-hmm.
Who is suddenly really bitter that he hasn't won any actual acting awards, that he wants to win another fictional award based on nothing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Dwayne Johnson.
I mean, what kind of acting award is he going to win? People's Choice is the best chance you got at winning.
Yeah, you're not winning any acting awards. Period.
No.
You might get best action sequence, but now not so much. But anyway, regardless of that, so it's all ego. It's all ego.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna try
and
lie.
Why him and Vin Diesel clash on Fast Furious?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, Cody versus Reigns, marquee match.
Yeah.
Reigns versus The Rock.
Biggest match is Hogan and Rock.
It'll be one of the biggest matches. But it's such a big match
that
you could do it any time.
Yeah.
You could have done it at WrestleMania 39.
Mm-hmm.
Could have done it at Survivor Series, SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, still would have been huge. Still would have done box office. You could do it next year at SummerSlam. You want SummerSlam to be the next WrestleMania? Do it then.
Yeah.
Not now. And also, if you're going to do that, why not tell some of the other people so that way they can say things like, well, maybe we won't have Cody win, okay? Or we'll have Cody win, but instead of being a little bitch and being like, here you go, Dwayne Johnson, you're clearly the better guy to beat the guy that I was going to finish my story with, but I'll do it later. I'll do it later at SummerSlam.
I want to finish my story,
or
but
another time.
People keep adding fucking chapters to it.
Yeah, okay, look, Eric Bischoff said it best. Cody's story ends when he wins the title, so he can't win the title until it's his last match. I was like, okay, that's a great way to look at it. I don't like it. It makes sense. But obviously it's going to end this portion of this chapter of this story of his life.
Yeah.
Because now it's opening up and it's book 2.
Yeah, that was book 2.
We end book 1.
Yeah.
Pre-world title. Book 2, world title.
Yeah.
Jericho's got 4 books. One of them is where he got all the way to WWF, and that was it. That was when the book ended.
Yeah.
He had to read the second book to find out how his first run went. And then the third, I didn't read the 4th one yet. Or the 5th one. I think he might have 5.
5 now?
He's got 4 for sure.
He's got to touch on like Fozzy and stuff now.
Well, the last one is more of a like how to make it in business type of thing.
Okay.
So it's going to be semi-biographical, but it's mostly just like, here's the things that I did.
Ah.
Yeah, which I didn't read, and I want to just because even though Jericho's been weird the last couple of years, and he may also be involved in some crazy fucked up shit. Yeah, isn't he lucky that the Vince stuff hit? Because now no one talks about Jericho. Like,
you're right.
Like,
I totally forgot about the Jericho stuff.
It was like, whoa, shit. And then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, shit. And to be fair, not to discredit or demean anything.
He's rocking out on a cruise.
Yeah.
He's on a cruise with a bunch of people around.
He's singing Walk with the Pantera.
Yeah, he's bringing back Jericho.
Yeah, like
fucking poor Paul White.
But they're trying to drown out the booze though. He's still getting booed pretty bad. But anyway, okay. So getting back on there. But why would you go out and kill your most top babyface?
That makes no sense.
Like, you go out there, you have this 2-year story. That's his story. That's his whole character right now, is to do the thing that his father never did, right? Now, after that, he can turn heel, he can do whatever. It doesn't really matter. Gets the title, yay, right?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing they start saying is, well, hold on, guys, don't worry. He's going to beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. He'll win the title. And however The Rock and Roman shape out, which we're still not quite sure about because, you know, somebody's really pushing to win the title at 51.
I'm fine with Rock winning if there's no title on the line.
No title on the line?
Head of the table.
Fucking 3-match feud.
Head of the table match only. That's it.
Head of the table match or a feud for a couple months. Yeah. I don't care.
Tribal combat or whatever they call it.
But first of all, 51.
Yeah.
Okay, that's big. B, you used to be a cardio guy. Now you're just a clanging and banging guy. Mm-hmm. So, like, you look at The Rock, even at his peak in WWE, he was lean.
Oh, yeah.
He was lean, he was cut, and he was fast, and he moved. He and Austin says it best, ring rust, if you don't shake ring cardio and real life cardio, like even athletes cardio, 2 different ball games. And he's totally right.
Yeah,
you're running the ropes, but you're also slowing down, you're speeding back up, you're climbing, you're jumping, you're falling, you're doing all these things. You're constantly moving.
He's a fucking tank now. I mean,
he's a tank. He got winded coming down to the ring to cut that promo in Jinder Mahal.
Oh, yeah. Well, even with Roman on Sunday, like, before he even talked, he was just drenched.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Well, the goosebumps.
No, the goosebumps.
The
goosebumps gave him the sweats. Okay.
Not only that, it was the atmosphere and the temperature and the whole pressure of the building and yada, yada, yada.
Roman was wearing a hoodie. He wasn't sweating a drip.
I mean, you know... But, like, look at The Rock's head in comparison to what it looked like before.
It's huge.
The guy says, I don't do steroids. And for the record, I've said before, I don't care if you do. I really don't care if you do. But fucking be honest about it. That's one of the things that makes me the most mad about that guy is that he's like, wow, totally clean. It's like, there's no fucking way you're clean. There's no fucking way you're clean. There's no way you're passing a piss test. Ever. But anyway, regardless. So, Punk, younger than him, has relatively less ring rust than him, injures himself. No, it's a freak accident. But it happened, and he's been getting injured more and more frequently the older he gets.
Yeah.
So I think he comes back. That's his last shot. If he stays relatively health-free or relatively injury-free, give him the main event show spot, have him get that main event WrestleMania moment, like the actual last match, the one he wants, give it to him. I mean, at that point, I feel like he's earned it. He deserves it. Let him have it. Let him ride off in the sunset so he doesn't die in the ring. Okay? Yeah. It's unfortunate that it happened, but it did. Now you look at a guy like The Rock, who isn't nowhere even close to being ring ready like Punk was. And I'm supposed to believe that he's going to work a 20-minute, 30-minute match, because Roman Reigns matches aren't 5 minutes.
No, they're long.
Okay?
They tell a story.
There are 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's 20 minutes where you're like, I could have cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those are long matches. Okay? Even if they do a 5-minute finisher spam, there's still a huge risk of injury there.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, I'll give Goldberg credit for him to come back in the shape that he was in.
And not really, he never got injured at all, did he?
I think he did actually get injured, but it wasn't anything, but he was a part-timer, so it really...
Yeah, but still, to be a part-timer and...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, he was still doing his thing.
He was still, but they were also, he was wrestling Goldberg matches.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrestling WWE matches where we'd make you run 10 minutes and make you look like an idiot, which they did the last time he was there. So in all fairness, like they were smart with him this time, but still, he came back, he looked incredible.
Yeah.
He moved incredible.
Yep.
He's always been a freak of nature. And, to be fair, same with Dwayne, but it's two different ball games now.
Yep.
And for him to even lobby for the match, fine. Okay? Fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's such a marquee match, you can do it anytime. But don't do it in such a way that you also clip your top baby face. Now they'll say, well, because he's over. He's way more over now than he ever was before. And they'll say it's all part of the story. It was all part of the story.
The only way I will believe that is if the documentary thing comes out and they show him and Cody backstage before that SmackDown talking about how it's going to go down.
I agree. And you're never going to see that.
Never going to see that.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Because Cody found out hours before he went there.
Yeah.
And they basically told him, don't worry, pal. We'll get you back. So basically, all of this, so Dwayne Johnson is more important, a guy who's never there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He's way more important than everyone else on the roster.
Yeah.
There's no one more important than him. He's the only one that can beat Roman Reigns and beat that reign. Just him and him alone.
Him alone.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that arrogant bullshit.
Maybe they should make it a triple threat and have Cody stack the two of them. Can you imagine that?
You know what actually angers me the most? That'd be awesome. That'd actually be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely awesome. But what makes me the most mad now is that there's now a bit of taint to this.
Yeah.
Because like I said,
it was pure excitement last Saturday.
They're going to
after
say,
the Rumble.
Oh my God.
We were so excited.
Yeah, we were like, oh.
There was no negativity at all.
And the second he pointed to Roman, it was like, yes.
Yeah, we were stoked.
Okay? Now, I don't know how a lot of people felt, but I know for me personally, when they did this whole sidestep and Dwayne Johnson came in and cut his promo and said, I'll meet you at WrestleMania, or whatever he said, I was like, like I went immediately apathetic. I no longer cared about night.
Are you talking about the one in January?
The one he just did. The one he just did on
where they only stared at each other.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They only stared at each other. But what he basically,
so you knew what it
Cody
meant.
basically
Cody said not at WrestleMania.
Yeah, not at WrestleMania.
Okay,
yeah,
so you just said
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So sorry, yes. So my heart was like, ugh, now I don't even care about the main event. Now I don't even care about the main event of night 2 at all because of this.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like, oh, how badly they fought. I was like, okay, fine. Like Cody and Rollins is going to be a great match.
Yep.
I've seen that match enough times. I know it's going to be a great match.
Yep.
But I said to you, Cody's not winning. He's not winning. And Rock's not winning. But Reigns will win. Rollins will retain. And then at a later date, he'll beat Roman for the title. Well, now they're saying, well, they'll do the 2 belts and he'll unify. And it's like, well, that's still stupid.
That's stupid.
You just created this belt less than a year ago.
Yeah. Stupid. It's had one champion.
Cody Rhodes has lost 0 matches this year.
Yep.
Okay? Singles matches at the very least. Singles matches.
I think he's lost 2 last year.
Two tag.
One Brock in the Roman match, and that was it.
That's right. Yeah.
Everything else he won.
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah, because he beat Nakamura. Yeah.
Incredibly over.
Yep.
Like such an I didn't think he was going to be that over when he came back. I was glad he was.
Yep.
I was glad that the pageantry was still the same. There was no noticeable differences. We haven't seen the Golden Throne in a while, but maybe one day. Or the Cody Elevator. We haven't seen that in a while either.
Yeah, not since what was it, his second appearance back in WWE, and it failed. They haven't done it since.
And they're trying to say, well, we wanted to get the Daniel Bryan support that happened back in the day. And it's like,
he doesn't fucking need it.
Okay, he didn't need it.
No.
B, when that happened, you had no choice. And also, you didn't have Daniel Bryan's story be all about winning that title for his father.
Yeah.
He didn't win the Rumble, and then didn't immediately suddenly go, you know what? I'm actually gonna let Batista beat Orton up for me. I'll get you later, pal. I'll get you later. Don't you worry. No. They restructured the entire main event. They had the Triple H and it was also because Punk left too. Funnily enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So instead of Punk and Triple H, it was Triple H has to wrestle.
Yeah.
He has to be on WrestleMania because you can't have him without him.
No.
But anyway, so all of this,
which I don't really mind because he had the best entrances of all time.
Yeah. I'm not going to shit on. I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to tell you that you need Triple H to make WrestleMania the greatest of all time, but you're going to miss him if he's not there.
I missed him when he wasn't there.
His prime stuff, even his later matches were still really, really good. But anyway, so this whole thing is just. It's infuriating because this guy just went in and said, oh, yeah, you guys got all this nice, all this year-long work that Triple H has been doing. Now he's got to be wondering, okay, well, what story's going to be fucked up now?
You got to feel bad for LA Knight, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like,
he's on the cusp.
Randy comes back, AJ comes back, CM Punk returns to the Rock's there. He's just like, okay, well, I'm never fucking winning now.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was there. He was there.
And now he's gone. We don't know where he doesn't factor into creative now.
Yeah. Well, all 3 of those guys took last week off.
Well, they weren't needed because they had to offset the.
They're all at the bar drinking.
Oh, well. I mean, you got to offset their money so that you can pay for Dwayne Johnson to show up. He's getting bored. It's like Vince McMahon booking himself to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Or not even, the ECW title. What? Who the fuck? What?
Nobody wants it.
So
and do it.
I look back in all those the talk from the Fast and the Furious, and it's like everyone's siding with Dwayne. They're saying, well, that friggin' Vin Diesel is being an arrogant prick, and now I'm kind of thinking, was he? Or was he just a victim of someone's spin doctors?
I mean, we do know that Vin has a little bit of an ego. But also,
shouldn't you if you're
it's his franchise that he invited Dwayne into.
Yeah. Hey, come along. And then all of a sudden, it's just like having The Rock in the DCEU. Same thing. Once, honestly, now I'm starting to think that the movie Black Adam was held off until Zaslav showed up. And then it was just like, great, now we can make the entire movie company about me. This whole thing will be about me. You know why? Because my character, all that stuff you like about Superman? Yeah, my character can do. And I also kill people. So, yeah. Black Adam's always been a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's been like a Magneto bad guy where you're just like, yeah, I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now he's an anti-hero. And yet Black Adam didn't save the DCEU.
No, he didn't.
So anyway.
You know what? Let's wrap up the wrestling chat on a better note, okay?
Yeah.
Bayley won the Royal.
I know.
Bayley won the Royal Rumble.
I know.
So
and
that's awesome.
It looks absolutely like she is walking out of WrestleMania.
Oh, hell yeah, she is.
With the title.
I love that Dakota wasn't here last week, and all she wrote was on Twitter. She wrote, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then she comes back and fucks over Bailey.
Probably.
But you know what? To further the Bailey stuff, that whole segment, it wasn't just that she won the Rumble, which was awesome.
Yeah, but the whole segment on Thursday.
But then on SmackDown, she knows, and it's the same story they've been telling where like they're saying stuff in Japanese and she thinks they're talking bad of them and she's not quite sure her place in Damage Control, which is ironic because she created it and she was really the leader. And then she comes out and she does her little promo, calls them out. And my favorite part is she goes, yeah, I learned Japanese.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's Japanese.
Yeah, I know this.
I also love that she didn't hit Io. She said, Io, what happened? Everything was great.
Well, even when she was saying it to them, she's like, what's going on? Like, I just wanted us to be the best and to get everything. And then this is how you, like, all I wanted was the best for all of us, not just me. Mm-hmm. What's going on? And then they start beating the fuck out of her. And then he gets a pipe and she stands tall. And they do that standoff. And she's like, why? I was like, God damn. They made her so smart.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I knew she was going to be a baby face. I knew she was going to be, like, over like that. But, well, Vince isn't there, so she's not dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Triple H is a huge fan of Bailey.
Good. Should be.
Well,
she's been amazing for years.
He hired her.
Day one.
He hired her. He hired her. Like, all the 4 horsewomen, he hired all of them.
Yeah.
Pushed all of them.
Yeah.
Even though Charlotte is partly because of that. But still, it's all earned. It's all earned. And he's right. She earned it. She spent the last 2 years putting others over.
Mm-hmm.
God, and she held down the women's division with Sasha Banks during the COVID era, the weirdest era of wrestling of all time. Locked it down. Oh, God damn. And then they let her look like a fucking badass genius.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Triple H Batista feud, where Triple H is like shit talking Batista behind his back, and then Batista suddenly, like, he's like, yeah, sure, like he's acting like he doesn't know, and then they leave. Batista winks at the camera, like subtly, like, no, I know what's going on. I was like, what? What? How cool was that?
That was awesome.
And then he fucking, just like a smart guy, literally looks at Triple H. He's just like, and he did, and oh man, it was like, yeah, instead of like, I'm just a dumb baby face, I don't know anything. No. I was like, oh man. It reminded me of that. It was awesome. It was such a great segment.
Yeah.
And last thing I'll say, this is totally, like, I'm done wrestling. You done wrestling?
No, I had to mention Bailey.
No more. And I thank you for that, because you're right. We needed a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So now the final thing I'm going to talk about before we get to our Camcast is the Daredevil costume leaked.
Yep.
And possibly the Bullseye costume leaked.
Ooh, I hope not.
First things first. I called it. I told you it was going to be similar to the Netflix suit, but the red was going to be brighter.
Yep.
I was partially right. I didn't think that they were going to start to phase out a lot more of the black.
Yeah, it's
the black
very
accents
red.
The black accents themselves are almost gone on the front.
Yep.
And they're distinctly different on the back, and it's more like he's got black boots on, black gloves, but still looks pretty sweet.
It looks sweet, but do you understand what I said when it looks kind of empty now with all the black on? Like it almost looks like there should be a DD on there now.
I think that they're toying with the idea of actually putting it on there. I hope they don't.
Later in the season.
I hope they don't. But they might.
I think they will.
They might do it later in the season.
I think they will.
And it might be one of those that where by the end of the season, he's all red.
Yeah.
Which I don't want.
What if the DD, instead of just a solid DD, is like DD and Braille?
That's hilarious.
Kind of
legit hilarious. And it ties into a frequent complaint of mine where I'm like, he's blind. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, it's absurd that he would even think, like, because, like, for a long time in the comic books, he made the suit himself by hand.
Yeah.
So he thought it was a good idea to stitch up a stylized DD.
Yeah.
Just so that people would know that he's not the devil, he's Daredevil. But yes, in Braille would actually be legit fun.
And then when he's just like sitting there by himself, rubbing his chest, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" Oh,
it's DD.
It's Daredevil.
It's Daredevil in Braille. Yeah. That's funny. That is funny.
Okay.
No, that's a flat no. But that is funny. I will give you credit.
All right.
Overall, I like the suit. I wish it wasn't as bright red, but then again, we're seeing like actual like stills.
Yes.
We're not seeing anything in
They're
motion.
going to play with the color.
We're not seeing what filter they're going to use, so we don't know. We don't know. I am rewatching it again. Shocker.
What?
But I've actually thought of a couple of ways that they are going to change it though. So I'm in first season. I'm about episode 5. So in this, already up to this point, he has broken several bones throughout the course of these episodes. Yeah. We're not going to see that much. You know, like, yes, Echo's fight scenes give you an idea of what to look at.
Pretty brutal.
They are pretty brutal. I don't actually, I keep going back to that one. They'll be just about the same, if not a little less brutal than Echo. Yeah.
Did you watch all of Echo yet?
Actually, strangely enough, no. I stopped when Fisk showed up.
Weird.
Yeah, for some reason.
That's a weird spot to stop.
I know, because I was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Getting good. Next.
Wow.
What's on Daredevil?
No, it was funny because I hadn't even started. Oh, sorry. You can, yeah. You go weird the second I went here. Like, I guess it's okay. Leave it there.
No. I was just moving my arm.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it wasn't.
That's the way it looked. That's not.
I don't know.
That's not what I was going with.
Anyway,
right.
So overall, while I would prefer more black accents.
Me too.
Actually, honestly, I just want the Netflix suit. But if this is what we're getting in lieu of it,
I'm just happy we're getting it.
Then I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm fine. And if he's going to be part of the MCU proper, he might want to look a little bit more friendlier, I guess, even though that's not his character at all. But purists will argue that it should be a bright red costume. So, okay, fine. If this is in fact the Bullseye costume, and I had a theory actually that what they were trying to do
costume,
with this,
it just looks like some random thug.
Yeah, well, and I didn't think of anything of it until someone said that may actually have been the actor William Bethel.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, so then that could be Bullseye. But so I've seen it referred to as Bullseye, and then I've seen it referred to as not Bullseye. So I don't know for sure, obviously, who it is at this point.
Well, he's not going to have a Daredevil costume, right? He lost the Daredevil costume.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just...
that might be kind of what they're trying to, like... So this might be phase 1.
Oh, when did he wear that? That's fucking awful.
Don't you recognize the art? It's the most recent Daredevil run.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got, any of it yet.
Oh, that's a better shot for you.
Chiquetto. I don't like it.
Yeah, I
don't like it at all.
I saw that. I was just like, oh, there's so many different things.
At least make the pants black. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, he also had multiple versions of himself in it too. For
some reason.
Yeah. Anyway, so it might be phase 1 of what might ultimately be his final costume. I hope.
I hope it's better looking than that.
Oh, yeah. Or that's just some random dude.
Yeah.
Like, because, but because they're showing the scenes and it's obviously like, it is kind of weird because it looks like the way those scenes are, the three of them, Matt, Foggy, and Karen, are coming out of like a restaurant. They're having like a night out. Like they're all dressed down, which you almost never see Matt dressed down in those shows. So that was kind of nice. And then it's like Daredevil's there. Like it almost looks like, okay, Matt leaves. So it's like he's got his Daredevil suit under his clothes kind of thing. Like I'll have to see how it goes. And then it looks like he's fighting whoever it is, Bullseye or not Notzai. No, that's not good. That's not good.
Bull Knot.
Yeah, Bull Knot.
Oh man!
But then that might be where, like, because that's where I got the idea that now Bullseye kills Karen and seriously wounds Foggy, and that's why they're not in the show. I hope that they don't kill off Karen, even though they did it in the comic books.
And she surprisingly hasn't come back.
Yeah, and she hasn't come back at all. But it's like you don't have to do everything the comics did. No. I mean, we got a Black Nick Fury.
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed the comic books to have a Black Nick Fury.
Yeah.
It started with Ultimates, just so we're clear, Comic Pierce, we know, started with the Ultimates, an alternate universe.
Yep.
And Sam Jackson's likeness was used for that. Okay? But in the actual 616 universe, all of a sudden Nick Fury had a kid. He's black.
Yep.
Called him Nicholas Fury Jr. Then they dropped the Jr.
Whatever they do in the movies happens in the comics.
If it's good.
Miss Marvel's a mutant now.
Yeah. But it's if it works, right? Tony was not a snarkster.
Yeah.
Until 2008's Iron Man, starring snarkster Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
Okay. I love it. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how the character was, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they change it when it works for them, and it's fine. It's fine. But overall, still pretty I'm more hopeful than I am cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm more on I think this is going to be good.
I
think this is going to be good.
I'm pretty excited about
it. And I keep telling myself, ultimately, I think I'm going to like it regardless. But at the end of the day, I can always rewatch the Netflix shows.
Yep. You see the Deadpool 3 logo?
Nope. No, I did not.
There it is.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I don't think it's going to be called Deadpool 3. I think it's going to be Deadpool versus Wolverine or something like that. I think Wolverine's going to be in the title.
Do they need to put Wolverine in the title? Because the marketing, there's no marketing.
If that's the logo, no way it's just called Deadpool 3.
Why not?
I just don't think it will be.
Well, but why not? Yeah, I know. The answer is I just don't think they will be.
I got no answer.
Yeah,
I just really think, yeah.
I don't. So personally for me, like, I think on some level you might be thinking, well, you're going to get more people if they know that Wolverine's going to be in the movie, which is possible. But the marketing, it isn't just, we're not just seeing Deadpool.
We're seeing Hugh Jackman.
We're only seeing the two of them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
And anytime anyone ever says anything about Deadpool 3, it's like Deadpool 3 and Wolverine. Like with Wolverine, with Hugh Jackman, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think so. I personally don't think so. Because I don't think it flows well.
It's hard to say.
If it was Deadpool 3 and Cable, actually that might be how they do it. Deadpool 3 and Wolverine.
Deadpool 3 and Wolverine.
That might be how they do it, actually.
In brackets with a smiley face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I'm super pumped for that movie too.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
I'm stoked for it.
Okay.
All right.
What do you want to do first?
You know what? We did Captain Marvel first last time, so why don't we do Shazam first this time?
Okay. All right. So actually, before we do anything, I'm going to say this for the record. I liked both movies.
Mm-hmm.
One I liked obviously more than the other.
Okay.
Okay. So Shazam, Fury of the Gods, 2023 release, Sent Out to Die, unfortunately. Directed by David F. Sandberg, who I believe did the first one. He did.
Okay,
so he returned.
Yep.
Written by Henry Gayden and Chris Morgan, who also did the original. Starring, actually, hold on, let's get down to cinematography. The reason I mention this because I really enjoyed the cinematography. Gyula Patos, not sure about that one. Okay, all right. Cast, pretty much everyone returns. Zachary Levy, and Asher Angel as Shazam and Billy Batson, respectively. Although they have it reversed here. So for those of you who didn't watch Shazam, basically, Billy Batson is chosen by the wizard to be Shazam, and he possesses the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury.
There it is.
And the twist with this is that Billy Batson is a regular 13, 14-year-old kid.
Yep.
And he turns into a hulking Superman type character who largely was stoic and basically just Superman in different colors with slightly different power scheme. But Jeff Johns got a hold of him and did this version where Shazam is a man-child.
Yeah.
Which, okay, fine. I was never a fan of that in the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they did a great spin on why his brothers and sisters got the powers granted to them in this movie, I'm not a fan of that either. So it was already rough for me going into Shazam, knowing that I'm probably not going to like this movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate the movie, but it was about what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Things I liked, a lot of things I didn't. One of the things... Actually, you know what? Forget that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Jack Dylan Grazer and Adam Brody as Freddie Freeman, who in the comic books is called Captain Marvel Jr., but they can't call him Shazam Jr. because that sounds weird.
So he's Captain Every Power? Is that what it was?
No, Captain Every Power was Shazam. Because they couldn't figure out a name for him, and that's
right.
That was a joke.
I thought Freddie was calling himself something though too when he went out.
I think he did, but I can't remember.
Okay.
So the casting is a little weird because Adam Brody got a higher billing than Helen Mirren as Hespera, the oldest daughter of Atlas, who has elemental powers.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy Liu as Calypso, the middle daughter of Atlas, who has the power of chaos. Rachel Zegler as Anthea Ann, the youngest daughter of Atlas, who has reality manipulation abilities. And spoiler alert, kind of a bit of a crush on Adam Brody's character, or I guess mostly
the kid version.
Grazer, the Freddie Freeman.
She's 1,000 years old, so of course she's going for the child.
Well, I mean, she's 1,000-year-old in a 16, 17-year-old, 19-year-old body. I'm not sure the age at this point.
Her sister is Helen Mirren. There's a big age difference there.
And her older sister is also Lucy Liu, and that's still a pretty big.
Yeah.
Although Lucy Liu looked incredible,
right?
Like muscle mommy legs. I was like, what is happening? And I never ever say muscle mommy, but I was just like, look at those legs. She is, wow.
A badass riding around a dragon.
Okay. All right. Let's get through this. Ross Butler and Ian Chen as Eugene Choi.
But
DJ Cotrona and Jovan Armand as Pedro Pena, who may or may not be gay, and everyone may or may not already know in this movie. Grace Carolyn Curry, interestingly enough, plays Mary and also the superhero version of herself.
Right.
Which
super confusing.
It's confusing if you're not a moron, because she's gorgeous, so that's why they did that, right?
Yeah.
But it's like everyone else had alter egos, like puffed up alter egos. She's the same. But okay, whatever. She's Mary Bromfield. Megan Good, amazing. And Faith Herman, also amazing, as Darla Dudley. And returning as Shazam, the last surviving member of the Council of Wizards, Jimon Hunsu as Shazam.
Jimon.
Is it Jimon? Jimon? I don't know.
I feel like the D's silent. But every time I see his name...
But I said Jimon.
You nailed it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were like, is that how you want to say it?
No.
Okay.
Because I always say Dijon.
All right. Plus, the parents, Marta Milans and Cooper Andrews, return as Rosa and Victor Velasquez. We also get a cameo from Gal Gadot as Diana Prince and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they really melt her to the bitter end.
I was surprised when she actually
said
something.
On almost everything.
But I was surprised she actually had words in this one.
Yeah.
Because like at the beginning, I thought it was like they spoofed the Superman cameo, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then she had dialogue at the end. I was like, what? Okay. We also got Jennifer Holland as Amelia Harcourt and Steve Agee as John Economos in the mid-credit scene.
That went nowhere.
Yep.
Or did it? Because she's still allowed to be in the DC.
Yeah.
Universe.
Mark Strong as Dr. Thaddeus Savannah and David F. Sandberg as the voice of Mr. Mind.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, that last one they didn't need to do.
No,
they shouldn't have.
No.
The scene where he goes and joins, he gets signed up for the Justice Society. Yeah, I was okay with that.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, that's cool, and a nice little tie up for Black Adam.
Yeah,
but ultimately, don't point in that one either.
Wonder Woman's on this Justice team too, right?
Yeah. No, she's not. So this was a movie. Actually, to be honest,
on to the Marvel.
I'll tell you right now. I actually liked this more than I liked the Marvels. I actually liked this more than I liked the first one.
Wow.
Which I was surprised by.
I was having a hell of a time.
I remember you told me that. And the only thing that really continued to bug me, and I said this to you right away, was, and I never made this connection before, but like Billy Batson, the actual Billy Batson, not the Shazam version of Billy Batson, isn't as manic as Zachary Levi plays him.
Mm-hmm.
So and I remember being like, well, it's really weird actually. And they don't show him a lot in this movie, which makes sense, obviously. To show him more to establish the characters, I get. But yeah, it was really like, it kind of threw me how childish Shazam was, Zachary Levi was in comparison to the direction of the actor. Because they should have been doing the same thing. It's been 5 years
since the first Shazam.
Yeah.
The child version of Billy has matured.
Yeah.
Zachary is playing the same character.
Right, exactly. Like in the first one, it makes more sense because they're like 13, 14.
Yeah.
And, they found out that he's a fucking superhero. He could do whatever he wants. So, yeah, you could do that kind of stuff. And you can also use it as a way to skewer movie culture. Mm-hmm. Like the scene where Savannah is just like, I'm going to fucking kill you and all your family and everyone in this fucking world. And he's like a mile away going, I can't hear you. Are you saying something?
That was hilarious.
That's fucking funny shit.
That was funny.
There were some funny things in there. So, I was like, that's cool. But yeah, so everyone gets older, but Shazam version of Billy Batson, no, he stays the same. Yeah. So that bugged me. And I remember to stop watching after the first 40 minutes. It was just one of those where I'm like, you know what? It's late. I don't want to miss it. I'm going to pick it up later.
That's what I did. I shut her down. I was like, maybe I'm just too tired to get into it right now. Also, maybe I really hate Zachary Levi and I'm having trouble with this. Because don't forget, Shazam was enjoyable, though forgettable. In the last 5 years, we've seen Zachary Levi throughout pandemics and elections.
So I agree with Zachary Levi
strikes
as a person behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I will say, surprisingly, I thought he did such a great job in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, he anchored this movie, even though I'm saying I didn't like his portrayal of that aspect of the character.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the other stuff, like the fact that he felt like he was getting booted out because he was aging out. Like, he's emoting this kind of stuff. Even just the conversations with the bad guys where he's just trying to compromise and stuff like that, and his interactions with all the other people. Regardless of him as a person, he nailed it, in my opinion. He did a better job in this movie than he did in the first. And he did a fine job in the first.
Yeah.
I think he did a better job here. He made it more believable as to why he was picked, as opposed to, oh, we're just doing the Jeff Johns story version of this, and that's why. Like I said, at the very end, when he realizes what he has to do, he sold it.
Now, basically, once Lucy Liu turned on her sisters, that's where I kind of perked up. I was like, okay, I was
actually digging it before that.
The dragon was there now, and so like the whole dragon sauce.
You
know what? I gotta give DC. Like, even though DCU was wrapping up, they went all in on the visual effects. The Flash is the only one that looked garbage.
The Flash looked the horriblest out of all of them.
The last three, Blue Beetle, this, and Aquaman, have all looked insanely good.
So good. So good. The only thing with Aquaman, we'll talk about that, is just the costume itself.
Yeah.
There were parts where it was clear it was a puffed suit, whereas in the first one, There was none of that, but regardless.
Next Camcast in 2 weeks.
That's right. Check us out. But
Yep.
yes, the special effects were awesome. But I was also impressed with how much of live action Zachary Levi was doing.
Mm-hmm.
There were more CGI scenes in the first one than there was in this one, with him actually being like CGI. Like, obviously, the Batman v Superman climax finish ripoff.
Yeah.
That's 100%. It's a spear into the bad guy.
Yeah.
And they had 2 shots of him flying like this into what should be weakening him. That's the only part that I was like, but he still sold it so well.
He did, yeah.
He did like.
No, I'll give it to him.
Everyone did a great job.
He did. I don't think he was better than the first movie. I thought it was just as good.
Okay, well that's fine.
But
that's fine.
I mean, he's
he
okay. Played the role well.
He's not.
No matter.
I don't want to make it sound
I can separate the artist.
In some cases, I can. In some cases, I can't. In this case, I can.
In this case, I can. I hate the guy playing the character, but he did a good job.
And I don't want to make people think I'm likening him to like a Christoph Waltz or a Leonardo DiCaprio. Although lately I'm like, is Leonardo DiCaprio acting or is he just playing himself with an accent? But anyway.
I don't know.
He's still like one of the best actors. But like,
yeah.
But anyway, like I'm not trying to make it seem like I know Zachary thinks he's a great actor. He isn't.
No.
Okay?
No.
Like he's basically playing Chuck in all his movies, okay? And I'm not going to fault the guy because it gives him business. It makes him happy. That's fine. Just tone it down on the social media shit, buddy.
Yeah, like get off the internet.
But I can, and
or
now
lose
in
your
retrospect,
career, one of the two.
In retrospect, I can say he honestly was right to be pissed off with the reaction to this movie because this is not a bad superhero movie.
No.
This is actually, for me, a better superhero movie than I ever thought it was going to be. I did not think I was going to like this movie more than the first. I actually thought it was going to be about the same. I was going to be like, it was a movie. It was good. It was this. Yeah. The special effects were incredible. Everyone looked good. The stuff they did with Helen Mirren looked believable, considering we're dealing with someone who's super old.
Yeah. Oh, God. Helen Mirren. Even at her age, she's still beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And Lucy.
In fact, all those
Lucy Liu got it for me, though. I was just like, but I've always liked Lucy Liu.
Yeah, me too. She has not aged at all.
No.
No, she looks like the same Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just a little bit more muscular.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know why, but woohoo, But yeah. So and on top of that, it was like just about 2-hour movie.
Yeah, it was around 2.
It did not overstay its welcome. It didn't have the first 20 minutes with everything happening at breakneck speed, so that it could only be 124 minutes to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, it was just it was my only real complaint would be the stingers at the end of the movies.
Yeah,
but it was the same complaint we've had
in the last year. They might as well just deleted them. What was the point?
Yeah,
stinger to go nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That Blue Beetle stinger pisses me off because I want to see that.
Yeah, me too. Well, even this stinger, both stingers, him joining the Justice Society, I thought, oh man, too bad we're not going to see the Justice Society at all.
Well, they were in Black Adam.
They
were in Black Adam.
No, I know, but because the Snyderverse.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's weird that they're calling it the Snyderverse still because he was involved in 5 movies.
4.
Like obviously Man of Steel, Batman v Superman.
Yeah, Justice League. But how much was he involved in Justice League after? You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he came back to do his cut, I guess.
Yeah, but we forced him. We forced him to do that. Then it was
quite involved with
Wonder Woman.
He
was very involved in Wonder Woman. So that's 4.
And maybe Aquaman a little bit.
And Aquaman.
Yeah,
that's
Aquaman.
So 5. So the first
basically
5.
All the movies that made
Phase 1.
All the movies that made close to $1 billion, he was involved in.
Yeah.
All the ones that flopped majorly, he wasn't a part of at all.
Well, Shazam wasn't a flop. He wasn't part of that.
No.
It wasn't a flop, but it wasn't
It wasn't.
It wasn't on
it
the
wasn't
level.
big numbers at all.
Wasn't on the level.
It made enough money to get a sequel.
It made but it made about the money that I thought it was going to make.
It's actually amazing that in the 10 years it was around, we got 2 Shazams.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. Zachary Levy went on Twitter and was like, "Oh yeah, look who's got jobs with the James Gunn," and it was like all his family, because of course his wife and his brother and Roker, obviously, and whatever. He's got his own crew that he works with, and they're all going to get jobs. Okay, but I still think Roker for Bibbo.
Yeah,
that's a better one than
Perry.
Yeah, Perry White.
Yeah,
but I'm saying this right now. This is crazy. Keep Shazam and Zachary Levy for the new one.
Wow.
And actually keep the Justice Society without Black Adam.
I think with the first movie, it would have been safe. This second one here, by putting Gal Gadot in, they kind of shot themselves in the foot.
I don't care. Keep them.
Which sucks because she's the perfect Wonder Woman. But
well, as of right now, she's the perfect. There might be a new one that might be perfect. I mean, David Corn Sweat or whatever his name is.
Yeah, that weird British name. Yeah.
It's probably not even close to how
Corn Sweat.
It's like Coronet, and you're like, that's not how it's spelled.
Sweat is in there. I swear it's in there.
Anyway, he might be the best Superman ever. He might be. We don't know.
He might be.
But
if he's not as good as Cavill, I'll be mad.
Well,
By the way, I watched Argo.
I have not yet.
It's good.
I heard.
It's
with the reviews that I've read, they were like, it's awful. But I'm like,
it's fun as fuck.
But I was like, look at Cavill.
Yeah.
And tell me you thought this was going to be like a thought-provoking critique on the spy genre.
Look at his hair.
Like, are you fucking... And not only that...
It's so good.
It's a Matt Vaughn movie.
Yeah. So it looks amazing.
It looks amazing, but it's like... I watched his Kingsman movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched his Kick-Ass movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've also watched his Planet of the Apes movies and stuff like that, and some of his X-Men movies. So I know what he's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that movie and I went, okay, this is going to be more like Kingsman and less like James Bond, whatever he wants to call it, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, and it sounds like I'm right.
Though he could easily make a Bond film.
Of course he could, but so could Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
And he should.
He should.
Fucking rights he should.
He fucking should.
Oh.
Especially if it's serve a new franchise, well, they give it to him.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to potentially do one with a younger and older Bond.
Yeah. Make it a trilogy. Nolan's doing the whole thing.
This guy writes time travel movies. Interstellar was a time travel movie.
It was.
And none of us thought it was until the end when we were like, oh my god, it's a fucking time travel movie. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway. Overall.
So back to this. Yeah, I don't know what it was. The first movie, maybe not even an hour, 45 minutes or so. I was just struggling to enjoy it. The best part about the whole fucking beginning for me was seeing Jimon. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's how I pronounced it.
Yeah, seeing his head on Wonder Woman's body.
That was funny.
That made me fucking laugh.
It was really fucking funny.
That made me laugh.
I don't know. There's just a lot of really fun. Like I liked Freddie Freeman's character. Like I liked Freddie Freeman's character in the first movie. I liked all the characters.
Freddie Freeman's amazing.
I liked all the characters in the first movie. I didn't like that they got powers because we griped about it at the time. But I liked that like the wizard uses that as he's like, no, I picked you because you deserve it. I mean, you're the kind of guy that has all this power, and without even thinking, you give it to your family.
Yeah.
Who does that? You did. You're the guy. And then when they give him the name Shazam at the end, I was like, oh, that. And they did it like this. Like, what do you think? Shazam.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
yeah.
I'm
still like going back to Shazam 1. I still feel like they should not have introduced the family.
Oh, I agree.
This would have been the movie to introduce family going against the gods.
It sounds so funny that I'm against the idea of that many of them having it.
Yeah.
Because statistically speaking, in the comic books, the most well-known version is there's Captain Marvel Jr., who is Freddie Freeman, and he has the cane and the messed up leg.
Yeah.
And it's Mary Bromfield.
Yeah.
And they're all related, but they're all related somehow, like sister and cousin. Okay? So there's none of the Foster stuff. And they all have his powers, right? So it's not like it's a bonkers concept. It's just for some reason when you have that many, I'm like I said, it's like it's a mini Justice League. Why would you need the Justice League?
Right.
If you have them.
Yeah.
You know? But also it is kind of weird too that so Wonder Woman knows that he's a kid and that they're all kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not saying things like, maybe you should wait till you're a little bit older before you do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it was nice at the end where she's just like spoilers. Zachary Levi kills himself to save Fawcett City, essentially save the world, but for the most part, Fawcett City, and it's awesome, even though it's a ripoff, a big fat ripoff of the Batman v Superman kill scene.
Yep,
it was still awesome. And then when they brought him back, Wonder Woman brings him back, but there's no conversation prior to that and nobody from the Justice League saying, "Hey, man, your city's getting fucked up." And it's mostly you and your family's fault. Tighten up your shit.
Yeah.
I don't have to send the Flash, or sorry, not the Flash. Yeah, fuck it, the Flash. Send the Flash and have him zip around Fawcett City every couple of days just to fix the shit that you're
saving all the CG babies.
But overall, I say if there's things that I feel like they should be able to keep some of them, and why not?
Mm-hmm.
You know, even Momoa's Aquaman, which I was super against at the beginning. Super against. Saw the visuals.
Yep.
Saw the trailer. He's all bro. I was like, no. And then I watched the character. And then, of course, Aquaman, the first one, sold me on it right away. I was just like, yep.
So good.
I want more of this Aquaman.
The second one? Oh.
So good.
So good.
You know? But anyway, he's apparently coming back as Lobo.
Yeah.
But regardless, another one. I would have kept her too.
Yep.
Just fold some of these into that and don't do reboots for these characters.
Yeah.
Just integrate them in and don't even call attention to the fact that she's now talking to a younger version of Superman when she technically would have known. Don't even mention that. Mm-hmm. Same with Shazam. Don't mention that, he showed up at his high school.
Yep.
Don't reference those things, but don't necessarily treat them as entirely new characters. So same Blue Beetle, same thing. He gets to come over too.
Yep.
I mean,
there's no reason he can't come.
How come Peacemaker can and those characters can, right?
Yeah.
Because that's part of the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
But how come they can?
Because James Gunn worked with them.
So maybe Zachary Levi was a little bit more right. But that's 100% what it is.
That point he made, no, he's totally right. Obviously, I love James Gunn,
but
it's clear as day. It's clear as day.
You can't tell me that that's not the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad. That's the Snyderverse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Amanda Waller is getting her own show. Amanda Waller was introduced in David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
And that was also heavily with that was actually part of the...
Yeah.
That's right. So he actually had way more than I thought.
Yeah.
But you're right. But you're right. Amanda Waller's character is the same all the way through to the new era.
Yeah.
No. Keep Shazam. Mm-hmm. You want to keep the core concept with the kids, fine. If not, just keep the three.
Yep.
You've got Mr. Mind and Dr. Sivana set up. I keep Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam too with the Justice Society because it did make money.
And it's awesome.
And it is a really good movie.
It's an awesome movie.
It is a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
And if you ignore the end credit scene,
then
you can easily still have him. And
you don't even have to reference.
Shazam go at
you don't even have to reference it. So there's ways that you can keep this stuff going.
Yeah.
And you can do Wonder Woman 3 can be the third movie and not even be designated as Wonder Woman 3.
Wonder Woman 2 isn't called Wonder Woman 2.
No. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to talk about that one. I don't want to talk about that one. There's a lot of wasted bullshit in that one.
Yeah. So that's
before I forget.
That's a movie.
Budget $125 million.
Box office.
What do you think?
Are we talking worldwide?
We're talking worldwide.
70 million.
Hold on.
Well, maybe a little more than that. Maybe
Box
100.
office. Okay,
Maybe
so
110.
worldwide 134 million.
That's pretty close.
It's pretty close. It's a bomb though.
It's a bomb.
It's a bomb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bomb.
They lost money on that one.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, unfortunately that's that. But again, like I said, pick and choose. I mean, yeah, Wonder Woman 84 wasn't a great follow-up for her, but she looks like Wonder Woman. She seems to still care about the character. Well, not so much, maybe the money, but she doesn't have to do these things.
It's just annoying that, like, he's go, no, we're going to recast that person, recast.
Yeah.
I worked with them, so we're going to keep that.
And the other thing, too, okay, in some of it, I get, okay,
yeah,
right, Cavill is starting to age out of the role anyway. Okay. That's a reality.
Okay.
That's a reality. He is starting to.
Well, they certainly wasted a decade.
It's not his fault.
No, it's not.
It's not his fault, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
He is starting to age out to the point where you can't start a new trilogy around him.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Could have gave him one more movie to round it out.
You could have.
But
they could have said, you know what, we're going to do one more Man of Steel just to wrap up this universe.
Okay, fine.
That Ben Affleck, amazing.
Ben Affleck didn't even get his own movie, so
yeah. Fuck.
Okay, so like I mean, and Ben Affleck was older in that role to begin with, so he wouldn't have been playing it for too long.
No,
but Gal is what, in her late 30s?
I put her around our age. I'd say yeah, I'd say she's 40 to 42-ish. Yeah,
she's 38.
Is she 38?
She's 38.
Okay, no, she can definitely play Wonder Woman.
At least
she's got
one
at least
more,
another decade playing Wonder Woman if she wants.
At least one more movie.
Yeah.
Although I say that in Cavill's 40.
Yeah, so.
But to be fair, he looks older than she does.
It's not as bad as when they got rid of Tobey Maguire and they said we're going younger, and then
you get another like 30, 40-year-old
2 years younger. You're like, what the fuck?
And he doesn't even look that much younger.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he was 2 years younger, but he looked 10 years younger.
Yeah.
He looked like he was about a couple years younger.
He looked his age, playing a teenager.
But then again, we laughed. But, like, when we watched Spider-Man with 30-year-old Tobey Maguire, we were like, he looks like a high school kid.
I buy it.
Now I look at it and I go, fucking everyone in this, like, Joe Manganiello is in it.
He's a teenager.
I'm like, he's a teenager. Yeah. Like, none of us were batting eyes.
No.
And we were out of high school like a couple of years, and we were like, yeah, looks about right. Now, really like, there's nothing about this. Like, Dunst was the only one that looked young.
Yep.
And she probably was. She was definitely not 30. She was like early 20s. But anyway.
Man. Yeah.
So overall, I liked Shazam. What was it?
Fury of the Gods.
Fury of the Gods.
Furry Gods.
I think that at least Zachary Levi, and even keep his version of the character, bring that character over. At the very least, bring him over. You can recast the Wizard if you want. You can recast Dr. Zavanna and Mr. Mind, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You do all that. You can even recast Ms. Marvel. You don't even have to bring Ms. Marvel in or whatever.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind those two for sure.
Am I looking at her again?
It's not even just that. She was good.
She's good.
She was good.
She's good.
At the very least, the kid who plays Freddie Freeman, bring him back because he's great. He's great. But, you know, and then keep Wonder Woman.
Yep.
You know.
I agree.
It's only fair.
I agree.
Peacemaker. That's always going to be my argument now. It's like, you can't fucking say you want to wipe it clean. Peacemaker is a Snyderverse.
Yeah. It's
a Snyderverse fucking thing.
Even though, well, yeah, I mean, Peacemaker came out of James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Yeah, which is also...
Amanda Waller came out of Snyder's Suicide Squad.
But the Suicide Squad directly references the original Suicide Squad.
Yep.
Has characters from it. Harley is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Snyderverse. So, whoever's going to tell me that Peacemaker isn't, I'm going to say, no, it is. Yeah. There's no way it isn't.
So, yeah. If you're keeping John Cena as Peacemaker, then I fucking want fucking want a King Shark Ratcatcher TV show.
Honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on Peacemaker. I enjoyed Peacemaker.
I love Peacemaker.
It was so good.
I love Peacemaker.
And I can't wait for a season 2.
Yeah.
But fuck off with your half-ass arguments.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Zach, in this one thing and one thing only. I am with you, Zachary Levy, for this only one thing. And to clarify, I agree that your character should be in the new version of these characters.
And that is it.
That is the only thing I agree with.
That was all.
Oh, also, like I said at the beginning, it was put out to die.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it's the same story for the last fucking batch of DC movies we talked about. It's don't bother watching this because we're rebooting the entire thing. There's going to be new versions of all these characters, so don't bother watching it. Yep. But also, we're going to cry like babies when it doesn't make any money.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody saw these movies. You told us not to.
I'm interested to see if Superman Legacy makes money.
You know what I'm favorite?
Because they've really tainted the DC name with all this.
Superman is a tough one to taint, though. Because look at the Batman.
And people are obsessed with Batman now.
Okay.
On a different level than Superman.
No, I agree.
You gotta agree.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah. Like
100%.
Batman, you could put out Batman nipples and make money. But
it's possible. It's doable to wash off the stink.
I hope so. I hope so. I don't want it to fail.
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Washed off a lot of people's stink for Superman Returns. A lot of people did not like Superman Returns.
Right.
In fact, Superman Returns was one of the reasons why it took so long to get to Man of Steel.
5 years?
Exactly. They should have been in Superman Returns 2 at that point.
Yep.
But no, they had to go reboot.
They rebooted. All right.
And Superman Returns, for the record, I like.
I like Superman.
It's a largely good Superman movie.
It is.
A lot of weird shit, but now I know why it's there. Because the director's a fucking weirdo.
I hope James Gunn's looking right in between Superman Returns and Man of Steel, because that is your perfect Superman movie. Right in between them.
That goes toe-to-toe with bad guys, but also is seen saving people and getting them away from disasters.
Buildings. Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in Superman Returns is when the destruction is happening, like the Kryptonian island is sending its tendrils out into only Metropolis. Because that's the trajectory of where it was going.
Of course.
And instead of going straight to stop it, Superman realizes, no, I got to go save it. He's like flying under glass, melting it.
Yeah.
Because in this world, glass actually cuts people.
Weird.
You know what I mean? He stops the planet from falling down on things.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Blows out all the gas gas mains were bursting into the sewers, and he blew that all out. Blew out all the flames. This is awesome. And then he punched nobody. In fact, Kryptonite fucked him up so badly that Lex Luthor was able to kick him.
That's right. Beats the shit out of him.
Across a fucking distance. Not just like kicking down the stairs.
He's still a normal human.
Off the stairs.
His weakness made him stronger somehow.
Exactly. After the kick, everything else makes sense because like he's punching him and then he stabs him with it. But that kick, every time I'm like, what? Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you to drop everything and watch Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you that. I am gonna tell you that if you liked the first one, you will like the second one. Okay, 100%. If you like the first one, you like the second one. There is a possibility that if you didn't really like the first one, you might like this one. But just like James Gunn and DC has been telling us, and Warner Brothers, like, if you don't watch it, that's okay.
Doesn't matter.
It's okay.
None of it's going to matter.
If it shows up on a Sunday and you got nothing else to watch it. Just don't feel bad if you want to shut it off. I won't. But that's it. I'm good.
That's it.
I'm good.
We're going to go into a little intermission here because we actually have a couple Insta questions.
What the fuck is happening here? Just kidding. We love it. It's what's the first question? Is it who the fuck is Hook?
What kind of weird sandwich do you like?
Oh,
which is a good one because some people eat some weird shit on their sandwiches.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I got one. So it's a little bit of a backstory. Now, I don't know if this is predominantly a French thing, but I do know that the French people that I know talk about this, okay? And it's a product called creton, which essentially is just a meat paste.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Dog food.
Okay.
Yep.
Pate is another word you could use, okay? But it's really just meat paste. Okay. Like, think of meat with the consistency of like peanut butter.
Everything is wrong about that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now, growing up,
delish.
when I was at my grandparents' place, and they're the,
very French.
They're the Quebec French people.
Yep.
For breakfast, we would have eggs, toast, bacon, right? And croton would be right on the counter. And what the idea was, with your toast, you would spread the
meat paste.
The meat paste. Well, I can call it croton if it makes it better for you.
Meat paste is just.
I love the phrase. I love. It's right up there with meat stick is another one I really like.
Yeah. Meat stick. Yep.
Totally random because it's not even close to the same topic. But I love referring to that's how the one for women when they're perioding. Shell hates it. She's like, don't fucking call that, because I said it to her one time. She's like, what did you just say? I said it again. She's like, what? I was like, I don't know. It just makes sense. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And she's like, that sounds disgusting. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's a natural body function.
Yeah.
So basically what I found is it's about 50, or actually it's about 60-40. 40% don't like the word. And I'm talking women, 60% do. So basically, out of 10 people.
60-40. Okay.
Yeah, so out of 10 people, 4 were like, what? And 6 were like, yeah.
So you've been going around surveying.
I came up with this about 8 years ago, 6-7 years ago, something like that. And it just kind of came out of my mouth. It's just one of those like, oh, when a woman's like perioding, and then immediately I was like, I was proud of myself for coming up with like using that as an adjective. So anyway,
so
so back to the meat paste.
Meat paste went somehow had a segue.
I told you there's no link. I gave it that. But anyway, so now, because I grew up with it, I like it. I like, and when I moved in with Michelle, I went for years without having it. And it got to the point where I'm like, do they even still make it? Because
where is it in the peanut butter aisle? Or where do you buy
it? Metro. You buy it in Metro.
Yeah, but what section is it in?
The
so like with beans and stuff?
No, it's where it's like where the deli is, and there's that island where they've got like dips and stuff.
Okay, so it's kind of near the lunch meats.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I grew up with it, loved it, missed it, and then the last couple of months I started buying it again. Because I literally called my grandfather and I was like, do they still sell croton Thunder Bay? He's like, oh yeah, AMP, Metro, where they've always sold it, right? And I was like, oh, okay, great. So this is my weird sandwich. So it's toast, butter, croton on both sides.
Yeah.
Mustard. That's another thing. Just that alone. Oh my God. The way I like it is.
What kind of meat is it?
Pork.
Oh,
it's pork based with spices and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So then that's the base, right?
Yep.
And then I would put like I literally just did this recently. A couple of slices of turkey, a couple of slices of roast beef, and a couple of cuts of marbled cheese.
Damn, that's a sandwich.
It's a big one. I could tell you it's about 600 calories.
Yeah.
Because I put it in my. So I know. And it's about like 40 grams of protein. I eat that and I don't eat for hours.
Why would you?
I don't move for 2 and then I don't eat for the rest of the day. It's not that bad, but it's a big sandwich. But that would be my weird sandwich.
Nice.
It's not as weird as I was thinking they were expecting.
My weird sandwich actually comes from my grandparents too. On my mom's side.
Okay.
My nanny would love to eat peanut butter and onion sandwiches.
Oh, yes. I remember you grossed me out with that one. You told me that, yeah.
And It's surprisingly delicious.
For you, I've never. I will.
Well,
not
it's
try
good
it.
because I'll never eat your meat paste. But it's great. I think it's great when I'm sick because if I eat that sandwich when I'm sick, the onions just clear my sinuses right out.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah,
fair.
So I always eat peanut butter and onion when I'm sick.
Yeah, that's Yeah, it's funny. I remember peanut butter came up like out of nowhere with one of those things where you could do it. Like, I had a toasted peanut butter and turkey sandwich.
Yeah,
it tastes great.
Of course it did.
It was amazing.
Peanut butter goes with everything.
But I don't eat it. I rarely eat that enough, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's not my weird sandwich. Oh, by the way,
I used to eat peanut butter and bacon sandwiches when I was younger.
Oh wow, ooh,
that is amazing.
That is good. I know that's good
that
because
is
I had a burger, and it was a peanut butter and jam burger.
Oh,
yeah, and there was bacon on it, of course, because there was no way I'm not putting fucking bacon on it. If there's not bacon on it, I'm adding it.
You love your bacon,
but yeah, no, it was awesome. So I was just oof. Yeah. Sometimes with that sandwich, I will add slices of eggs in there too.
Oh. Yeah.
And then I don't eat it all. That's it. That's it. So that's it. So what is your weird sandwich, Geek Pantsers?
Answer it.
Turn it around on you. Okay.
Okay. Which would make a better video game, Captain Marvel or Shazam? Captain Marvel as in the Marvel Captain Marvel and not
yeah.
Shazam's other name.
Well, yeah. It's such a tough call because superhero video games largely still to this day largely suck.
It's a true story.
Yeah. Shit.
It's a tough one.
You could go either way though, like because with Shazam you can do standard superhero stuff.
Yep.
But you can also do supernatural superhero stuff.
Yep.
You could also do mythical stuff because he's directly tied to.
You could also
Heroes
do
of Myth.
side missions when he's not transformed, like Mary Jane and Spider-Man.
You could, yeah, you definitely could do that. You could do that for sure.
Yep.
And then everyone will shit on those levels, even though they're not that bad.
They're not bad. No.
They're like, I looked at them like quick little.
Look how cool it's a girl.
Oh, and it's a stealth mission. It's like it's a palate cleanser, you idiot.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's not even a hard stealth mission.
Yeah, I know. It's like
go play Splinter Cell, buddy.
Good luck. Good luck. But anyway, and then of course with Captain Marvel, it's kind of the same deal. You do superhero stuff, cosmic superhero stuff. Like even just the cosmics alone, it's like different planets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Captain Marvel. Actually, I'd be more pumped to see
a Captain Marvel game.
Yeah, because like think about like Starfield, but with superheroes, or No Man's Sky with superheroes.
That
you know,
so good.
See what I mean?
That sounds so.
Like
good.
I know I just did a pretty good job of selling the Shazam game.
Yep.
But like,
I feel like there's more.
You have a story with roguelike elements.
I think there's
Captain
more
Marvel.
variety in a Shazam game. But the Captain Marvel would be a better game.
There is obviously more variety, but the thing is with that though is you'd have to pick one part, one facet for one game.
They could make Captain Marvel an origin game. And you could start as Carol Danvers, and you could actually have flying missions in jets.
Yeah, actually, yes. I like that. I like that. And just imagine, like, if, like, when I say roguelike elements, like, I mean, like, you have a story.
Yeah.
But you could also, like, Hitman, with that second mode, it's all roguelike. So you could just randomly get a randomly generated, like, you just be flying around, and all of a sudden, an alert comes up, and you just got to go to this randomly generated planet and figure out how to save this planet from whomever.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be really cool, actually. That's a really good question. And because it's now, like, we're doing this live and it'll be recorded for posterity, if anyone fucking steals this idea from us, we could sue the pants off them.
Sue them!
Oh, yeah.
And then Marvel Warner, like,
Yeah, no. You don't have the money or the lawyers that we have.
Oh, bitch.
You're like, yeah, you're right, we don't. Well, we have the truth.
The truth will set you free. Righteous.
Okay.
All right. Here's the last one. This one is a little bigger, I think. Here. So what's your top 10 fictional monsters of all time. Medium doesn't matter.
Okay.
So it could be movies, TV, comics, books.
Okay, so in no particular order, I guess, because it's gonna be hard.
I'm gonna have to just throw
so if we're talking monsters of any medium, any genre, blah blah blah. So Freddy Krueger. Like you can almost do it, just horror movies.
Yeah.
Shit. The actual designation for the aliens.
Oh, Xenomorph.
Xenomorph. That's right. So Xenomorph.
Yep.
Godzilla. Almost like all versions of Godzilla. Like I'm not even gonna pick one specific one. All versions.
That's the top 10.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
That fills up the list.
Oh, man. Babadook. Babadook. That is just
my favorite monster is the kid from Babadook.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a shit. He was a little bit of a shit. What else do we got here? Oh man, this is so interesting. Well,
it's interesting, of course.
Pennywise.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna go.
Cloverfield monster.
Oh, nice.
Cloverfield monster.
Yep.
I got.
What are you up to? 6, 7?
Yeah, 6. Michael Myers. Because goddamn. I watched that movie because this camp.
Yeah, I mean, you could call him a monster. He's
horrifying.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Indestructible.
Vince McMahon.
Any meaning?
It's not even really. It's not a joke at this stage in the game.
Would you consider him one of your favorites, though?
Oh no!
Yeah. He's a monster.
He's one of those ones where I'm like, no, you gotta die.
Indeed.
You gotta die.
Indeed.
You must die. Chucky. I got a soft spot for Chucky.
Oh yeah, Chuckles.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take back the Cloverfield one because I'm not really. I said it and I'm like, no. You're listing monsters for the sake of listing monsters. So no, I'm not gonna say that
because you're at 8.
Predator.
Yeah.
Like all versions of Predator.
They have an actual name too, like the Xenomorph. I forget.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
weird one. It starts with a Y, I think.
Watani.
Right?
Watani. Yeah, you're right.
I think it starts with a Y. Utani or something like that.
So I'm at 8. Start throwing some shit out here, man.
Okay, here we go. Godzilla. Kong.
Yep. Kong's my 9th.
Xenomorph, obviously. Yeah.
Yep.
Michael Myers would definitely be on my list too. I'm gonna keep Cloverfield monster because I love that monster.
Yeah. Yautja. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's Yautja.
Oh, okay. Yautja. I'm gonna go from the gentleman from Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the episode Hush.
Okay. If you know, you know.
You know. They're creepy as fuck. I'm gonna go with the boogeyman from the real Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, Sam Hain. You're
yeah.
Every time you say boogeyman from Ghostbusters, I immediately go Sam Hain. Sam Hain is the one that got me.
And the Grundle.
Grundle too, but Sam Hain. So I'm at 10. Thank you for your help.
You're very welcome, buddy. What am I at now? 5?
You're at 5.
Is that 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Bruce from Jaws.
Oh, nice.
It's a shark, but that's a monster.
Yeah. Good choice, actually.
Thanks, buddy. The Thing from John Carpenter's
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I almost want to change mine now, but I'm done. I'm good. So you're at 7 now?
That's 7. This is a tough one.
The one from Thing is so good. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's going to be my 11th, I guess.
Fin Fang Foom.
Oh! I didn't realize you were that big of a Iron Man fan, that Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, Fin Fang Foom's awesome. Not even so much from the comics, from the animated series, Iron Man animated series.
Oh!
And then that sweet action figure my brother had.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I'm always going to be pissed that he wasn't the villain in Shang-Chi.
He should have been. God damn, he should have been.
So stupid he wasn't.
I mean, it was a fucking dragon to begin with.
Yeah.
All they had to do was just say it's Fin Fang Foom and make him look like Fin Fang Foom. They referenced him in Iron Man 2, for fuck's sakes. Or was it Iron Man 3?
Rexy from Jurassic Park.
It was Iron Man 3. That's right. They referenced it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, good point. So you're at 9?
That's 9.
Whew.
10. The Dragons from Reign of Fire.
Oh, yes. That movie. I'm due for a rewatch.
That's my top 10.
I'm due for that's a Camcast.
That's a Camcast. Yep. Yes, it is.
Sometimes
that's a good question. I'm sure
that's great. I know there's like, well, you said 3 that I was like, oh shit, yeah. The one for the Thing is definitely.
Oh, I love the Thing.
I think I'd actually bump Pennywise for that one.
Oh.
Because Pennywise was like the most recent version. It was really, really creepy.
Oh yeah, yep.
But the Thing is just, just
iconic.
And not only that, you don't really know who is the Thing until you actually start testing. Oh man,
right?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Watch that movie again.
Yep.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
That was a good question. Thank you. That was a fun one. Makes me really want to watch monster movies now.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay.
All right. So now,
The Marvels. Directed by Nia DaCosta, who did the newest Candyman.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Still have to watch that.
That's all right.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be like as good.
It's better than the Candyman sequels for sure.
Well, it depends, because Candyman 2 is really good.
Okay, yeah, not Candyman 2, but 3 and 4?
Yeah, I don't think I watched anything after.
They are poo-poo.
Well,
I think there was a 5th too, wasn't there?
I think there was a 5th. I'm almost certain there was. Yeah. But the first 2 were in theaters.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them went straight to video.
The Tony Todd, Virginia Madsen originals.
Yeah. Written by Nia DaCosta, Megan McDonnell, and Alyssa Karasik. And, McDonnell did work on WandaVision. I don't have a link for Alyssa Karasik, so I don't know if she's done anything other than this. Okay. Runtime, 105 minutes. Budget, $274.8 million.
Holy fuck. This lost money. Holy shit. Is that really the fucking budget? Almost 300 million?
I'm going to double check this. Well, because we're talking COVID budget, right?
Yeah, and then the strike happened too.
Yeah.
Holy Christ, that's insane if that's the budget. For what? Brie Larson and a couple TV stars? Come on.
There it is. Box Office Mojo.
Whew.
That was the budget.
Oh my God, that's insane. Marvel, what the hell are you doing? 300 million for the Marvels. That's without marketing, probably.
No, so that's why I wanted to double check, because this is the first time I've ever seen this, but on Wikipedia they put budget $274.8 million gross and $219.8 million net. So I'm thinking
gross and net. That's like box office.
Yeah, which is really weird. So that's why. So everything I've seen since this part here, like what I just finished googling. Sorry guys, 275 mil is including the marketing costs.
Okay.
Still,
that's insane.
It is insane, but I mean, again, we're talking COVID and the strike.
Yeah.
So that's a part of the reason why the budget is so high. Okay.
It's got to be the main reason, because I don't know why else it would be high.
206.1 million is what it grossed. Yeah, that's rough. I didn't know it was that bad. That's rough. That's really rough.
DC numbers.
Although, yeah. Although, some cases these numbers are still profitable for DC. But okay.
Yeah, well.
But it's not just the budget. There's also movie issues that I've had with this. which I alluded to in the first part in the beginning there. But okay, so returning cast member Brie Larson as Carol Danvers / Captain Marvel.
Yep.
The Avenger and former United States Air Force pilot. Tiona Paris returns as Monica Rambeau, the daughter of the original Rambeau, which I can't remember her name as of right now. She's now an astronaut for Sabre.
Yeah.
Where they sell printers in space.
Space printers.
It's an office joke for some of you. If you haven't watched WandaVision, which a lot of you didn't, she has the ability to manipulate all wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum. Maria Rambeau. That's
the Marvels is funny because you have to watch 2 TV shows to understand it.
And that's my biggest complaint.
3 actually, right? Secret Invasion 2 for the Sam Jackson shit.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Iman Vellani returns as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
AKA the highlight of the movie.
As always, teenage mutant from Jersey City who idolizes Captain Marvel and wears one of the quantum bands and allows her to it unlocks her ability to harness cosmic energy and create hard light constructs. Okay.
All right.
Then it's Zawe Ashton as Dar-Ben, Kree leader trying to restore her homeland after a civil war.
That's right.
She wields the universal weapon that we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy, wielded by Ronan the Accuser.
That's the completely forgettable villain's name.
That's right. You know what's funny is that I was reading it and I was like,
who?
Right, her. Gary Lewis as Emperor Droge, the leader of the Skrull colony on the planet Tarnax. Park So-joon as Prince Yan, the charismatic prince of the planet Aladna, who is Danvers' husband and ally. And that was a great scene because they were singing everything and it was funny as hell.
Was it actually funny?
I kind of thought it was. I enjoyed that part.
It annoyed the fuck out of me.
Aw, you little bit of haterade.
You
little bit of haterade.
And I like musicals. I was like,
I know you.
This is
I was just gonna
so
say,
out of place.
What? Buffy had a whole fucking musical episode, and you were probably like, "That's the best episode ever." Sorry, I don't.
Well, I was 17, Buffy. So I probably was doing that.
Probably. Not to that scene.
Not to that scene.
Not to
that scene.
All right. Zenobia Shroff as Muniba Khan, Kamala's mother, who's amazing.
Moly.
What?
So what's her name again?
Zenobia Shroff as Muniba Khan.
Oh, I thought you were saying all one name there.
No.
I missed the as in there.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fair. Cool.
Mohan Kapoor as Yusuf Khan.
Her whole family's amazing.
Kamala's father, Sag Shaik. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. My apologies. As Amir Khan, Kamala's older brother, who acts like he's a big shot, but he's still living at home.
Yeah.
Although it is indicative of the...
Jared's in the house.
Jared's in the house. He got in right after wrestling.
I want to enjoy these films and TV shows, but it's become too much work to keep up with Marvel's active continuity.
Yep. Also, Sam Jackson is Nick Fury.
Way too much, Jared.
And cameos from Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, Lashana Lynch shows up again as Maria Rambeau, and
the cameos are very weird in here.
Mid-credit scene, we've got a really bad CGI Kelsey Grammer as Dr. Hank McCoy. It was great that he came back for that. Don't get me wrong, but even Michelle was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah."
Like,
I did the same thing. We turned around, I was like, "Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's CG. Oh God, why?"
But it's not even that it was CG. It was just that it was so bad.
It's so bad.
I didn't expect him to get into the makeup and the prosthetics and all that shit for a 30-second scene. So I'm okay with the being CGI, but what?
Yeah.
And the CGI was actually largely good in this movie. And then all of a sudden that happened, and I was like, what the fuck? And of course, the goose Flurkin cat thing, yada yada yada. Okay, All right. My biggest issue with this movie, and I was really hoping that they would do this, was they did the same thing that they would do the same thing that the Avengers did. Okay? So if you watch the Avengers, in the first 5 minutes of Avengers, what happens? Loki shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first we see Hawkeye, Selvig, Loki shows up. As, of course, Nick Fury is there.
Yep.
And that sets the stage to pop into, well, now we need the Avengers. So then we go to Scarlett Johansson. We see her.
Yeah.
What's she doing? Oh, yeah. Then it's Captain America. And then it's Tony Stark. So we check in with all these characters to get a feel for where they are at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you didn't watch any of the other movies, within the first 5 minutes, you got a sense of all these characters and where they were in their life. Okay? However, if you watched all those movies, you were complimented by, oh, this is great. I like that I've seen their story even better. I'm getting it even more now, but I don't need to watch all those movies.
Yeah.
Avengers Age of Ultron. What'd they do? First 5 minutes.
Same thing.
Fucking check. They set the stage for the actual movie, checked in with all these characters.
Yep.
They didn't do it quite as quickly, but they still were covering around it.
Yep.
You didn't have to watch any of the other movies leading up to this.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity War, Endgame, the same fucking thing. They did the same fucking thing. And yet, for some reason, they did two things that pissed me off right away. Was first and foremost, they didn't do any real effort to give you an idea of these three different characters.
Yeah.
And the first 20 minutes was so rapid fire.
Yep.
And on top of that, I'm like, my head is literally like, okay, hold on. We're here. There's the bad girl, I guess.
Doesn't help that the characters are switching places and you're all like, whoa.
I thought the concept was fine. I
cool.
liked the concept, and in some cases the execution was okay, but in the first 20 minutes of the movie, Michelle and I both were like, what is happening? And I actually, before we watched the movie, I was like, okay, I thought they were going to do something different. They didn't. So here's a brief summary of what you kind of need to know, and if you have any questions, I'll tell you, and we'll go through it, right?
Yeah.
But they make it so that you have to watch WandaVision.
Yep.
Oh, well, you absolutely have to watch Captain Marvel, which, okay, if you haven't, you should. It's a great movie. But you have to watch that. You have to watch WandaVision. You have to watch Miss Marvel. And you have to watch Secret Invasion. So that's, 2 hours, 10.
Yep.
And about another 16, I think.
We'll say roughly 20 hours.
20 hours.
You need to watch 20 hours in order to watch the MCU's shortest movie.
Whereas the tentpole Avengers movies, you didn't have to watch any of them. You were rewarded if you did, but you didn't have to watch anything else. You could have just watched the Avengers movies, and that's it.
I watched the Marvels with my parents, and they hadn't seen any of the TV shows. So you can imagine how great that was in the theater. Okay, who's this? What's going on? Where'd they come from?
This is another thing that actually, so that bothered me immensely.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the rush first 20 minutes of just constant
skyrocketing.
Constant this. And then after the first 20 minutes, then they slow down, they start to breathe.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right, this is kind of cool. They actually showed a training montage where they're getting a hang of how they can activate the teleporting to try and get it down to a science. I was like, that's cool. That was 2 seconds long. That should have been longer. I would have gone with more of a training thing. That was fine. Then about an hour in, I finally understood what the whole plot of the movie and what the bad guy's ultimate goal was, because they didn't really tell me at all. Or at least if they did, I didn't get it. I didn't understand
to put air and water on their planet. Why don't you just move your people to a new planet?
And not only that, I was like, but if that's the goal, I know you have an issue with Captain Marvel, the Annihilator, but it's not a bad goal. You just try not to kill other people to get this goal. Like, if she had killed nobody, she could have saved her planet.
The Marvels is lucky the Eternals exists, because this would have been the bottom of my MCU barrel.
No.
And I hate to say it. No? What's at the bottom?
Yes.
Oh, Moon Knight.
No.
Oh.
Thor: Love and Thunder, baby.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah, you see,
I still think Thor: Love and Thunder is better than this, though. You didn't need to watch 20 hours of TV to understand it.
that's true. That is true.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not a big Love and
No.
Thunder fan at all.
No, for me, no, I know. I know
Okay.
you're not. No, for me, I can't.
We got
Love
3
and Thunder,
viewers right now. What's better, Love and Thunder or the Marvels?
for me, it's the Marvels, but it's not like the Marvels annihilates. Okay?
No,
it's like
it's so mediocre.
it's like being the smartest or the dumbest genius. Okay, like
Yes.
or
Yeah.
no, I actually, it's like being the smartest retard. It's really what it is. It's like, okay, you're smarter than this other retard, but you're still retarded.
Yeah.
I know how it sounds, but
It's
I
don't know.
did.
I hate the
I
fact
shouldn't
that
say I enjoyed the movie because
I
the more I
hate the
talked
fact
about it,
that
the more I'm like, I actually didn't. enjoy
I
it.
love
There's
Miss
parts I
Marvel.
like. Yes,
Miss Marvel, I love. I love Miss Marvel. The TV show was amazing.
and her family.
Her family's amazing, and
Yep.
she was in here just hilarious.
Yep.
And when she couldn't save everyone on that planet, I felt for her.
Yep.
Like she killed it in this.
But I also, she not only that, but she also sold the part where she's now looking at her mentor, her role model, differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was, it wasn't just, we
Don't
can't
always meet your heroes.
well, yeah, yeah. Some of them live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah. Dwayne Johnson.
He's not a bad guy.
No.
He's all right.
It's all an act.
He's a good guy. I love the Norm Macdonald. Anyway, yeah, I keep saying like I liked aspects of this movie.
Yep.
But the aspects that I liked about this movie, I liked more than the aspects I liked about Love and Thunder.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Because overall, I did like Christian Bale's performance. For the most part, there were some scenes where I'm like, but that's direction.
Yeah. There's a lot of scenes like that.
You know, and I overall I like Jane Natalie Portman's Jane Foster character, her version of Lady Thor, or just Thor, if you want to be cool about it.
Yeah.
The Mighty Thor, that's what hers was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that aspect, but it could have been longer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but again, Love and Thunder, same with the Marvels. The Marvels should have been 20 minutes to half an hour longer. So you can
it was way too short.
You have the first 20 minutes now become the first half hour.
Yep.
And now it starts to really feel like, okay, now we've really set the stage.
Yep.
And you can set up some, jokes that you can pay off with later.
Yep.
And on top of that, you can have at least another 5 more minutes in Atlantis where they're singing everything. And it's bright and it's beautiful.
God, that scene was so bad.
Maybe it was just the movie. I was just like, oh my God, this is great. But I don't know. I liked this, and I thought it was funny.
Singing Planet killed me. And she's married. What?
That part I thought was funny. Like there was a marriage of convenience. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I did find it funny how he immediately starts talking to her in regular English.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, he's bilingual. And I'm like, well, okay. You got me. We all have to sing. We can only sing. That's our language until we don't have to.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like the action scenes, I thought for the most part were pretty cool. Like the way they played off the powers changing off.
Yep.
I thought that was really cool. I even gave him a pass for ripping off Superman by reigniting the sun.
Oh yeah.
I gave him a pass on that because it looked cool.
Yeah.
It looked so cool, and I just, I kind of like the more Superman aspects of the Captain Marvel character. I didn't like how her costume was significantly darker, even though it looked more like the original Captain Marvel, like Marvel.
Yeah.
It was more that color and that styling. I thought it was too dark, especially when she's standing beside Rambo, and it's bright white and black, and it's funny how the Saber costumes or uniforms look like costumes. But her updated one I thought were really cool, and then of course Miss Marvel is just popping in red and blues and gold too. And the scarf sequence I thought was really good too. A little nod to her shape-changing abilities.
Yep.
I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it was.
It had decent aspects to it.
That's right. I said it was a movie at the beginning of Shazam. This was the movie.
It's another movie.
This is the movie.
It's another movie.
You know,
there's 2 movies.
There's
one Camcast, 2 movies.
But honestly, again, going back to Shazam, like I liked it more because I only really had to watch the first movie. And even then I didn't really have to watch the first movie. Because they brought me up to speed within the first 5 to 10 minutes, surprisingly enough.
What?
And it felt organic. It didn't feel forced. Even introducing the sisters didn't feel organic or forced. And actually, I feel like kind of an idiot because when the chick showed up in school, I wasn't like, oh, she's a sister. So when they showed that she was, I was like,
oh, yeah, of course.
Good job, Chris. You should have.
Where were you on that one, buddy?
Why don't you eat more meat paste, you loser? You eat it right out of the container, which I've done.
I just watched Daredevil eat meat paste.
Yeah, well, you know what?
What are you doing? Watching Daredevil eating meat paste.
Oh, well, okay. You enjoy your fucking peanut butter onion sandwich while you hate watching Love and Thunder again.
Shit out of meat paste. How do you know it's all pork in there?
It's just reading instructions.
Yeah, in it for all you know.
You're right. They could.
Yeah.
They could.
Dog.
They could have that too.
Poo.
Well,
poo.
no, they wouldn't because Canada has laws against that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But to be fair,
was it imported?
It wasn't.
Okay, good.
But to be fair, if it did have any of those things, I'm not gonna fucking know. I ain't gonna know unless someone tells me. So, if I were to do Chris heads for these movies, I would have to say 2.5 Chris heads. And the faces are like this. 2.5 Chris heads of this, like, for Shazam.
Yeah.
And like one of these for the Marvels.
I love this one. I love how Chris heads now have hands.
They're emojis now. I'm updating it with the times.
Are you? Chris Moji.
Yeah. That's good. I like that. I will use that, but I will give you full credit.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is recorded for posterity.
It is. It's right there.
But
it's right there.
Well, like again, the 2 biggest complaints for the Marvels is, like we said, 20 hours of fucking homework.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not watch these movies or watch these shows because they're good. Like WandaVision was largely good. Miss Marvel, largely good. What was the other one? Oh,
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion, not
I haven't
good.
watched it yet. Did you watch it?
I watched 1 episode.
Not good.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I watched the end of the series.
The completionist in me wants to watch it, but I'm just like, you don't need to.
But exactly.
You really
don't
have to do that.
But so you have to watch 3 different TV shows.
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel on top of that. But again, like I said, you should watch Captain Marvel. That was a really great movie.
It was.
I've rewatched it a couple times since.
I guess
then,
maybe
I still like it.
Kind of Guardians of the Galaxy too.
No, I don't think so. You should watch Guardians of the Galaxy just because it's a good movie.
Oh, you should.
Like if you haven't seen it, watch it.
In fact,
and if you have
just
seen
watch that and skip the Marvels.
Watch it again. But yeah, no, I don't think you need to watch Guardians of the Galaxy to even make any conscious reference to that being an accuser hammer. It was I felt like it was a cool little nod. I was just like, oh, wow.
Is she an actual villain in the comics, or is this just a made-for-movie?
I don't know enough about Captain Marvel to tell you that.
Me neither.
Like either version of Captain Marvel. Like the Marvel one, I know he died of cancer. Doesn't make any sense to me that he did, but he did. And I know that the Rambeau character was also Captain Marvel. She was, in fact, the Captain Marvel.
She was.
Before this one, and she was like...
short-lived.
Photon. No, she was Captain Marvel for a little while.
Her name was... She's had a few names, right?
This one, Carol Danvers, was Ms. Marvel.
She was Miss Marvel.
This one was actually Captain Marvel, but she was also Photon, I think.
And Binary.
Binary, and possibly Pulsar.
Her name's Photon in here.
I think she was referred to as Binary.
In here?
No, I think in Wikipedia, but they never really gave her a name. They were trying.
I don't think they did.
They were trying, and she was like, we'll workshop it, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But again, Iman Filani or whatever is just incredible. But I will say I did like the Young Avengers stinger for two reasons.
Yeah.
First reason, what's the first reason?
We got to see Kate Bishop again.
Yeah, they acknowledge that she's still in this world.
Yeah.
You know, she's still doing her thing, and
Yeah.
she's still like the same one that we know of.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The other reason made a lot of incels angry because the first thing I saw was, oh, girls on this team? What about the young guys? And it's like, oh, how many fucking male superhero movies do we have? We have all of them.
They've actually introduced a lot of Young Avengers so far. Stature.
Oh,
also female.
Yeah, weird. But they also did introduce Isaiah Bradley.
They did. That's right. I keep forgetting they did do that.
Yeah, they did.
And
that's
obviously Scarlet Witch's sons that may or may not exist.
But then again, that's how they were in the comic books.
They're Young Avengers.
May or may not exist, and
yep.
they are Young Avengers. So that's about equal. That's 3 and 3.
We just need Hulkling now.
Yeah, and we
they'll really love that one because he's gay.
Oh yeah, and Wiccan.
And Wiccan, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Also gay.
They'll probably tweak it and say they're both bi or they're just exploring options, but they won't actually full on say gay.
Young Avengers is a big orgy.
well, no, because we're talking about kids.
They'll be in their 20s, so
yeah, that's right. They'll be young adults. They're still because they're Young Avengers.
Yeah. They go on many adventures.
If they do a Young Avengers, though, I think it has the potential to be really cool.
I think they should. I think it's going to depend on the success of Thunderbolts.
And possibly Captain America. Because I have a feeling that we'll see Isaiah Bradley and Captain America.
Isn't Isaiah Bradley the older Captain America? Or is that the young kid's name?
Oh, well, it's his. I think you're right.
Grandson or something, right?
It is the grandson. I think you're right, actually.
I think Isaiah's the old man. I forget the kid's name.
Red, white, and black, bitches.
Patriot is the superhero name.
Yeah, you're right. It is him. But yeah, you're right. Patriot is, but that's who I was thinking of. But it is his grandson. Oh. Well, he is reprising his role in the new Captain America movie. The actor that plays him in the TV show.
Well, there you go.
But the Isaiah Bradley character.
Oh, okay.
I'm checking on Patriot as we speak.
Have you seen the new Captain America costume?
Yes, I have.
It's not bad. I think it looks too close to Chris Evans. I like the shape of it more.
Intentional.
I like the shape of it more.
Elijah Bradley.
Elijah. That's it. Okay.
Eli to his friends.
Oh, Eli.
Which still one of the coolest costume designs.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of Captain America, a little bit of like heavily inspired by Bucky.
The whole run of Young Avengers was great.
Yeah, it's actually
the art
really good.
So good, Jim Chung.
Jesus Christ! Like he was just starting to get big, and he got on that book, and it was just like, oh. And
I remember Alan Heinberg coming over to Marvel and doing that was a big deal because he was like a TV writer or something, wasn't he?
Yep. I agree that it looks too much like Evan's suit, but it's intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's intentional.
I love this suit in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I just hated the headpiece.
Yeah, no, I agree. I wanted, and it wasn't as streamlined. Like when he was in action scenes and they CGI'd him, it looked incredible.
Yeah.
But when he was walking, it looked too big and bulky.
Yeah, it looked uncomfortable.
If they had just done a little bit more of a streamlined version of that, like especially this part here, just put goggles on.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with his Falcon gear.
Right.
Like the headgear was
He didn't need any of this. It looked like he couldn't move his neck.
Yeah.
It looked like Michael Keaton.
He probably couldn't. But other than that, like did like the inverse where it was more white than blue.
Me too.
You know, I like the costume. Don't get me wrong. The costume does look good, but you're right. Like it's too samey. Yeah. But I'm still looking forward to that movie.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Working on your novel. Plot progression. Interesting characters. No, I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, Marvel's gonna be weird the next couple of years.
Yeah, well, I mean, only one this year. I don't know what the slate looks like next year.
Well, apparently, Captain America is next year.
That got bumped. Thunderbolts got bumped.
So they're 2026 now?
Deadpool was the only one that stayed on its original release date.
Okay, hold on. Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel movies coming out. Okay. Madam Web.
Okay, well,
Deadpool 3.
Yeah, Kraven.
Kraven the Hunter.
Okay. We're not counting Sony movies here.
No. Somehow they do, though. Okay, and then it's Captain America, Brave New World.
Yep.
Which I'm having listed as February 14th, 2025.
Okay, 25. Well, it was originally 24.
Oh, no, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. So, and then
Thunderbolts?
potentially the Fantastic Four movie, but then it's Thunderbolts, yeah. Potentially Blade.
Oh, yeah, Blade. I keep forgetting about Blade.
Yeah.
They need to recast Blade because he's going to be 60 by the time that gets made.
So, updated as of December 19th, 2023. Yeah, well, obviously Deadpool 3. Oh, right. Agatha, the Darkhold Diaries. That's
I can't believe I
fall of this.
How did I forget about Agatha?
I'll tell you why you forgot
How
about
did I
that.
forget about Agatha?
I'll tell you why, because you didn't think that you deserved to get that.
Damn, man.
And I agree. No, thank you. Also, well, I've heard fuck all from this, so I don't even think this is happening, but Ironheart?
Oh, yeah. I don't think that's actually happening now.
I don't think so either.
And why?
The most recent I have is may even be delayed to 2025, but that is far from confirmed.
That's probably one I wouldn't have watched anyways.
No. Same with Darkhold. Like Agatha.
I wait to see a trailer. If it looks really horror based, I'll probably give into it.
I would have to hear if it's good or not.
Yeah.
I mean, even based on the trailer, I would have to hear because I have absolutely no desire. I do like your horror idea.
Yeah.
Because they did kind of hint at it in.
Like if it really touched on supernatural shit and like
Doctor Strange Mom,
maybe
especially
brings in
that
some
one.
more supernatural characters from the MCU.
Yeah. Oh,
I'd be down with that. Sleepwalker. Give me. Come on.
No, that's not if you, but if you get it. That's
if you're
good.
not going to give me,
I'm
you're not going to give me Darkhawk or Nomad with the baby on its back.
Yeah.
Give me Sleepwalker.
Nomad and Co.
I'm a kid of the 90s. Deathwalk.
Yeah. Okay. So February 14th, 2025. July 25th, 2025 is Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And then apparently May 2nd, 2025 is Fantastic Four. I guess Pedro Pascal announced that he'll be starting filming soon.
Right.
Blade is November 7th, 2025. So 2025 potentially is going to be stacked.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Are they still going to do a Shang-Chi too?
I
don't think so. I don't know if Tom Holland's going to do Spider-Man 4.
I don't know if he's going to do it either. And if he doesn't, it ended on a good note.
I want to see more of that suit, though.
I know. It really sucks that you got 2 seconds of that suit.
And not even the best, viewpoint of it at the end.
Yeah.
It's full on, but it's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
It's not
it's moving too quick.
Not as crisp as I'd like it to be. And then apparently that's nothing. Yeah. Well, okay. So of course, because Spider-Man 4 is to be announced, I joke, but I actually think he will sign up for Spider-Man 4, depending on the story. Because right now they're talking about possibly bringing back. Apparently the fight is Feige wants to do grounded Spider-Man, and Sony wants to bring back Tobey and Andrew Garfield for No Way Home 2. And I have a feeling that Tom Holland is kind of thinking, I want to do a little bit more grounded.
Yeah.
And he might be siding with Feige. And I'm just saying this is what I think. He might be going this way, but I feel like if he was going this way, he would sign them.
It ended on a note where it should be grounded.
Yeah, at least, it should just be
least for one movie.
At least for one, but hopefully for all of them.
Yeah.
For the rest of them until, well, at least until we get closer to the Kang Dynasty, if that's actually what they're still going to do. Although I think at this point they should flip it and do Secret War.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, man.
Or just do Secret War and then not do Kang Dynasty.
They should, yeah.
But yeah, so then after
Go
that...
grounded, introduce Miles.
May 2026 is Avengers Kang, and then May 7th, 2027 is Secret Wars, and then Wonder Man. Sorry about the guy that died. That was surprising.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Still have no interest to watch that show.
Yeah, me neither. I mean...
It's same because of the casting. Just Wonder Man sucks.
Yeah, like I...
Why is Wonder Man getting a TV show?
I'm familiar with the character because, you know, we've read comic books our whole lives.
Yep.
But I don't think I ever once was like, this is a cool character.
Yeah.
Ever.
He looks goofy.
No, I thought his early 90s or late 90s design looked okay, where it was just basically
black with the red W and the
the armless.
glasses.
It was all armless,
yeah.
and it was just like a pantsuit type of thing, and he would occasionally wear a jacket. I thought that looked pretty cool. And then, of course, when he was Ionic, the glowing of his eyes, I'm distinctly picturing the George Perez drawings of him, though.
Oh, Perez.
But
rest in peace, legend.
Other than that, it's I don't care for the character.
Yeah,
but
me neither.
I mean, I understand that there are going to be fans of the character. So for them, it would be like sitting through another Superman movie when they could be like, well, we could get Wonder Man.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'm not going to play. At least an older hero is getting a TV show.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios lately has been all about the characters that have come out in the last 10 years, and it's annoying.
I will say it does feel like it's still the spaghetti thing where they're just kind of like, any character.
Ooh, Ironheart and Stick. Can't collect TV show.
You, what's your name? Wonder Man? You get a TV show. You, what's your name? I can't quite make it out. You get a TV show. Agatha? Oh, yeah, you get a TV show.
Fucking Agatha. Darkhawk should got a show.
As long as, here's another thing too. As long as I don't have to watch Wonder Man to understand any of the
everything that he's in following.
Yeah.
You
know, like just make an effort to give me 5 minutes to get an idea of these characters, and that's Ant-Man. Ant-Man 1, 2, and 3 all did that. If you watched Ant-Man 2, you had an idea of what went on in Ant-Man 3.
Yep.
You didn't have to watch, or Ant-Man 1. You didn't have to watch the first one. You should, because it's enjoyable. The second one, and then the third, same thing. You didn't he fucking told you what happened. He told you, oh, Endgame, I wrote a book, I stopped being a superhero, which makes no sense because there'd still be crime, but okay.
Yeah.
But regardless, and now you're at a stuck point in your life and you don't know what you're doing. Okay. But that's the first 5 minutes of the movie. I didn't have to watch anything with Ant-Man in it at all to know what happened.
Nope.
But Miss Marvel said, no, you need to watch 20 hours. This movie was the one that they said, you absolutely have to watch 20 hours. You didn't have to do that with the movies that are infinitely better than this one. But like I said, Shazam didn't even fucking do this. Now when you think about it, you're like, Shazam is the better movie of the two. How the fuck does that happen when Captain Marvel 1 made $1 billion and was actually like a legit good movie?
Yeah, man.
It wasn't a great superhero movie, like it wasn't one of the best of all time, but it was still a really good movie.
Marvel and DC pulled the same fucking move. They took $1 billion movie and they dropped it the butt fuck all. It's insane.
Oh yeah. The Aquaman one is going to be interesting.
That'll be interesting.
Anyway, so that was a sad tale of two Marvels.
A tale of two Marvels 2.
Yeah.
Or as I acronymed it as, what was it? T2M2.
P2M2. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks again for joining us, Geek Pantsers.
Yes.
Thanks again for the instant questions.
Thank you, Jared, for commenting.
Yes, Jared, you are
Z-Man.
You are the man.
Z-Man.
The man amongst men. But yes, no, thank you, Geek Pantsers. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
You enrich our lives.
True story.
In ways you don't even know. I said it before, and I mean it. Kenneth and I want nothing but the best for all of you. You deserve it, so go out and get it. Be happy. Live the life you want. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. Thank you for watching us on Facebook. Thank you for watching us on Instagram. Thank you for checking us out on geekpantsmedia.com. Thank you for listening to us on, also on YouTube. You check out us on YouTube. Yeah. But also Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, SoundCloud, and anywhere you got social media except for Twitter. X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. And geekpantsmedia.com. Where
that
nothing is ever posted.
I did say that.
Did you say that?
I did say that.
Did you say that?
I did, yeah.
You actually hit it all?
I did. I hit it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a fool I am.
I did switch the order up, so I'll give you that.
Okay. All right.
The flow was definitely did, but I definitely got it. So you need to cut it out. Geek Pantsers, we're out of here.
That's that.
These pancakes are delicious.